see if we can get this working nice and easy. I'm averting my eyes.
Okay. Opening the board.
Okay, looks like we are live on YouTube.
Take a look there. Take a look.
Looks like we are.
That's a good one. Take a gander.
Card is dangerous to safe.
I'm closing the board.
Exit out of these real quick. There we go.
All right, you can look.
Saying bleep stained glass on TikTok. That's very dangerous, let me tell you.
Seen a lot of drinking bleach.
Okay, so that's going to be dangerous.
Windsurfing the sun.
Windsurfing the sun. Okay, I would say that's maxed out dangerous. Those solar winds are not going to be enough to get you back to Earth. You are going to die out there. Is it maxed out? Yeah, it's probably maxed out. We've been taking up to 3 hints, so you can just give 2 if you want.
Well, another one just came up, skydiving with no parachute.
Okay, that's an interesting one. That's gonna cause me to tick it up a little bit because plenty of people have survived that. I don't know an exact number, but...
A couple.
Yeah. A couple people have had parachutes fail and lived to tell the tale. So it's gonna tick me up just a little bit, but I think that is going to be gosh darn dangerous.
It's pretty dangerous.
It's a cool uncle and Mark, of course. Indeed. All right, I am locked in. First round of the night. We are aiming to beat 15. Oh, and we have a little tally at the bottom for tonight's 4s being entirely blocked by the board, but we can just pick it up occasionally to show we're at 0.
Austin listen to the far side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll write it on the side.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right.
How many cards? 7 remaining. It's our first card of the night.
Are you ready?
Yes. I'm so ready. Let's see it. Yo! Let's go! Is that a 4 to start us off? It looks like it's on the line.
That's a certified 4 moment.
Certified 4! Let's go! Woo-woo! After having an objectively terrible starting round yesterday, we are starting off with a 4.
Oh yeah. 4 tally?
Yes, okay.
And we got a
3.
We got a 3. Why don't you
Yes.
explain why we got a 3?
Oh my goodness, why is it a 3 when the dial says 4? Well, in cooperative wavelength, a 4 is only worth 3 points. Why is that the case? Well, the benefit is we take another card, we add it to the stack, and it extends the game, giving us more opportunities to score. That's the reason it's only worth 3 points. So, we are at 3 points. We would be at 6 cards remaining, but instead, we're at 7. Very nice. Where is Corey? Where is Corey at? Corey is working on a YouTube video for us tonight. So he is hard at work at home.
They put him down.
They put him down. What can I say? Yes, thank you, heart emoji. When they reveal 4, they get 3 points and receive 1 extra card. RIP. Yeah. Why you early? My time is malfunctioning. We're just that good. What can I say? Well, awesome way to start off the night. Let's go. This is going to be a fun one. I'm curious to see what your opinions of this card are. Action movie, adventure movie.
This is a thinker.
It is.
A tricky one.
It is. We typically define this card as adventure or action movies are ones where the fight scenes are the entire purpose of seeing the movie, or the shootouts, or the chases, or whatever. Where adventure movies tend to be the journey is the purpose. So, journey to the center of the earth, up. That's all going to be on the adventure movie side. Corey insists that Indiana Jones is a full adventure movie. I disagree. I say that one's dead center because it's action and adventure. But, you know. Star Wars is a good example of a middle. Yes.
All right. I can get down with this. I can get down with my bad self.
I am mixing up the board. Alston is closing his eyes. Who is with Mark? This is Alston.
I'm Austin, hello.
This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 is the target. The card is action movie, adventure movie. You need to think of a clue that gets us to put Alston right onto this blue 4. This is an interesting one. Corey in chat says, "Fly high, Corey," with some dove emojis. Rest in peace, indeed. Action movie, adventure movie. I am setting down the board, closing it up. Alston, you may look.
The board is closed.
All right, we got some interesting ones coming in. Oh, I do actually like Incredibles 2.
Okay.
From heart emoji. I think Luke's is pretty fun. Have you seen Team America?
Yes.
Okay.
I think maybe.
Okay. Team America is a very nice one. And let's see if I can give you a last one. You know what? We'll go with Jeremy's. Sky High.
Okay.
Yeah, and Candace sent to heart me. Thank you so much, Candace.
All right. I definitely think it's on the action side. I think there's a lot of fighting in those films, and there's not a lot of adventuring. But I don't think it's maxed out. What were the 3 ones again?
It's Team America,
okay.
Sky High,
okay.
and golly, what was the first one that I read? Incredibles 2.
Okay, Incredibles 2. This is a thinker. I definitely think I think it's high because there's a lot of fighting, and I think that the fighting is a big integral part of it. I don't think there's a lot of adventure. I think they're pretty centralized where they are. But I think it would definitely be up there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's definitely it's definitely not maxed out. It's not a Fast and the Furious film. But this is what the kids call a thinker.
New whiteboard layout, I like it. Thank you, Jenna. Yes.
Thank you.
Board Ghost worked very hard to organize this, put all the names up. Oh, and our own names are over our heads. So yeah, Mark and Alston.
Oh, that's me. You know what? I'm gonna say it's about halfway to action film. I don't think it's the most actioniest action film ever. That's a reference. But I think it's definitely up there. So I'm gonna lock in there.
Okay. All right. Action movie, adventure movie. Let's see it. Whoo, golly. Ooh, I think that's a 3. Yep, we got some orange peeking out. That is a 3, but darn close. Hannah says, golly, Mark, gollying already. What can I say?
It's a big golly moment.
Big golly moment. Well, we are now at 6 points with 6 cards remaining.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah, this is a really good start. Did you see, I think it was on Monday, we got a new all-time high score for this game?
No. 42?
42.
I saw the board from the next day.
Okay, yes. We managed to score 42 while playing this game, which is absolutely wild. Well, we are going to move on to the next card. I'm gonna set this dial up. We'll skip this one. Let's do useless in emergency, useful in emergency. And
that's a thinker.
We have a new way that we're playing this card.
Okay.
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 Which is people always slip up because the emergency is always way too ambiguous. So we let the clue giver, before we spin the board, name the emergency.
Ooh.
So this could be forest fire, it could be a flood, airplane crashing, lost in the desert.
You know, I like Lost in the Desert. That's a thinker.
Lost in the desert, okay.
I can't remember the last time I was lost in a desert, honestly.
Not often. Useless in emergency, useful in emergency, for lost in a desert.
All right. And we're... Okay. Here's, we gotta get that 4, that blue 4 right there. Take a gander, memorize it, give me a good hint. Or Mark is thrown off a cliff.
Oh, jeez.
Mark is put into a desert.
That'd suck.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right, you can open, by the way.
Okay.
All right. All right. Heater. I like heater.
Okay. Well, deserts get cold at night. Deserts do get cold at night, but I'm not gonna have anywhere to plug that heater in, so it's still probably pretty darn useless. Seen some interesting ones that I won't consider them unless you read them, but the emergency is specifically lost in a desert. So
I like blank map.
Blank map. Okay, I don't know. It's paper that you can use. It's not maxed out. It's definitely not maxed out, but it's gonna be pretty darn close. A heater and a blank map, they ain't helping me live. I could maybe find a niche use case, but not easily.
Lighter. That's my last one. I'll say lighter.
Lighter, okay. Lighter ticks me up, because that's always useful in some regard. I could, I don't know, find some dried out cactus and make a signal fire with it. I think I'm gonna put it like right here. Heater's messing with me. Blank map's messing with me too. But I think this placement right here is gonna be good, and I'm gonna lock in.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna lock in.
I'm locked.
You're saying a heater, no outlet.
Okay, well, hold on.
Whoa, hold on. You can't lock in, and then I start criticizing.
It's the lighter. The lighter's tripping me up.
What are you gonna do with a lighter, huh?
Signal fire, like I said.
What are you gonna burn, huh?
Cactus.
It's not dry enough.
Maybe I was wrong with this one. Maybe I was wrong. You had a 4. Oh no.
Yeah, I think you definitely did.
Let's see it. No! Oh no, I bungled the placement completely.
You bungled.
That is a complete miss, not even on the target. I mean, lighter's one of those classic survival kit tools. I'm like, well, I mean, how useless could it be if it's a lighter? But it is the desert.
It is the desert.
I could do one of those like concert things. So I'm just swinging.
Yeah, how useful is that?
I'd have fun with it. It would give me entertainment at least. All right.
Before you died of thirst?
Before I die of thirst. I could, I don't know, break open the heater and drink the oil from it. Probably wouldn't help, maybe it would kill me faster. Stop overthinking, Marcus. I'm so sorry, I should have just gone with the first thought. Signal fire with a lighter. No, I was gonna burn the cactus. I was gonna find a dried out cactus and burn it. It was gonna work, trust me. Alrighty.
Yeah, Mark can boil his eggs in the desert with a lighter and sweat. You brought eggs with you, of course.
I did. It's in my survival kit.
You brought farm fresh eggs to the middle of the desert.
All right, we're going to run bad pizza topping, good pizza topping. We are at 5 cards left in this cooperative round. And as a quick reminder, if we manage to get to 100,000 likes on TikTok tonight, we'll be playing a round of The Price is Wrong. Woo! Our own custom mini game where it's like The Price is Right, but we have wacky items such as O.J. Simpson watch. How much would you pay for it? Who knows?
I'd pay a lot.
We are going to go. Jeremy says, I wish Mark was wearing something more plain colored, like something maroon. Okay, listen, I can't win. People were yelling at me yesterday for wearing a plain shirt. Here is the board. The card is bad pizza topping, good pizza topping. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. We need to come up with a clue to get Alston to place the red dial right onto this blue 4. Okay, all right. We got some interesting ones coming in. I'm going to set down the board, close it up. Alston, you may look. Okay. I like Buff Garfield's of extra pepperonis.
Extra pepperonis, okay.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know your exact taste. I'm also going to say jalapenos.
Jalapeno, okay.
Yeah, from Toby.
Okay.
And the last one I'll give you, we have extra pepperoni, jalapeno, and you know what, I'll go with ham. I saw at least 2 people say ham.
I'd say it's on the good side. I don't know about ham personally. I'm not the biggest fan of ham on pizza. Personally, I'm a very basic pizza man. I just like the pepperoni, and that's about it. But I definitely say extra pepperoni would kind of give me. It wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't complain about more pep. I like pep. Big pep guy. They call me Jimmy Pep. What was the? So it's ham, pepperoni,
and jalapenos.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno is throwing me off. I don't know if I want to eat a jalapeno pizza, but like I don't think it's bad. Like if it was there, I'd go a little spicy, and then I'd probably move on. I don't think it's a bad topping, but I'd definitely say it's up there. It's a good topping. I think it's definitely on good pizza topping.
Okay, all right.
Is it the best? Maybe.
Yeah, what is your maxed out answer?
I don't know, cause like pepperoni. I think just basic pepperoni is probably like the pinnacle. It's just like that's the topping. That's what they just throw on those suckers by default a lot of the time. So it's like that's a good topping. And then but I don't know. It's like this is a bit of a thinker.
It is. It's very subjective.
Yeah. So I think jalapeno and ham is putting me here.
Okay.
I think extra pepperoni would put me a little further, but those are bringing me back a little bit. So
locked in right here.
I'm gonna say locked in.
Bad pizza topping, good pizza topping, extra pepperoni, jalapenos, and ham. Let's see it. Whoo! Holy, that is a 4!
Ooh, they call me Jimmy 4.
They call him Jimmy 4. Very nice. Yeah, gotcha there. Yeah, I knew that you liked pepperonis, but I was thinking...
How'd you know that, huh? You've never seen me eat a pepperoni pizza before in your life.
That's fair. That's fair. But the thing is, I thought extra pepperonis might be a little bit too much, which takes it back for me personally a little bit. But that means we scored a 4, which means we add 3 points to the board. Why is that the case? Why do we only add 3 points to the board and not 4? Well, the benefit is we take another card and we add it to the stack, extending the game, giving us more opportunities to score. So we would have been at 4 cards remaining, but we're now at 5. Very nice, very nice. We're kind of killing it. Fake cards. Yes, they are a graphic. I don't know what you mean by that. All right, let's get a good one for you. Oh, you want to run one of our custom cards?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Wait, yes, I just handed that one to you.
Okay.
Yes, this is going to be Good Surprise, Bad Surprise by XXH_KXX.
All right.
This is a fun one. Austin is killing it. He is. Closing up my eyes.
Let's spin the board. Spin the board. I'm opening the board. This is our 4. This is our blue 4. We got to get that blue 4. It's a good surprise, bad surprise. Ponder, think. Take a gander. Remember where that is. I'm closing the board. Mark, you can move.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Good surprise, bad surprise. I don't know if we ran this card before. This is a fun one.
I think this is the first I'm seeing it. Socks. I saw socks at some point.
Socks?
Socks.
Okay. So I guess I'm interpreting surprise as like a birthday.
Well, it's a thinker, you know.
Oh, okay.
You have to consider all angles. I'm gonna go with fire alarm go off from Spaghetti Supreme.
Oh god, hit me where it hurts. That one's personal, Jeremy. I've listened to many fire alarms go off.
Join the club.
Yeah.
Join the club.
We have both worked with fire alarms, Alston more than me, but yeah, I spent a good portion of my summers having fire alarms go off in my ear. And let me tell you, you never get used to it. You never get used to it. That is a bad surprise. And socks is confusing me, but if I'm surprised by socks, that is certainly not a good thing. It probably has me about here. Just thinking about those. Because at least with a fire alarm, I'm surprised by it, but hopefully it's warning me to get to safety.
You can like get out of work or, you know, something, you know?
Yeah. There's some benefit.
Yeah.
You can keep it at just those two?
I'm just gonna keep it at those two.
Okay.
I don't wanna...
Let me think. I'm
gonna let you cook with just those two.
Socks and fire alarm. I think I'm happy right here then. I think I'm pretty happy right here.
Jeremy, shut up.
Jeremy says the events of that fateful day. He could be talking about any day, folks. All right, good surprise, bad surprise. Let's see it.
All right.
Yo! Wow! Gosh, let's see. That one might be a 3.
Spin around. I can take a gander myself.
We can inspect it. Can you explain this game? Tangerine, there's a pinned video on our channel that explains exactly how to play it. Or you can learn by watching. That's a 3, I would say.
That's a 3.
Okay, I was off by a fraction, but that is in fact a 3. Thank you, no problem. So the score is now going to be 12 with 4 cards remaining. We are very on track to beat the last score that we had, which was 15. We need a holy moly.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. We are very close to beating 15. It'll be my turn to give the clue. Indeed. Also, I will mention real quick that we are at 16,000 likes on TikTok, which is absolutely insane. If we manage to get to 100,000 likes tonight, we'll be doing a round of The Price is Wrong! Woo! Our own custom mini game that we do that is like The Price is Right, but we use wacky, zany Facebook Marketplace items, such as Oscar Mayer pedal car, serious offers only, or OJ watch. And quick side tangent, our stream got shadow banned yesterday. I was mentioning this to the early viewers. TikTok really did not like that one of our rounds of Price is Wrong was blank stained glass. Bleep stained glass, if you will. They were not a fan, and our stream did really poorly. So we're not gonna mention blank stained glass anymore. We're removing that one from the docket.
You can't be uncouth.
We cannot be uncouth.
Your uncouthness is outrageous.
But speaking of uncouth, I think we're gonna go with ethical to eat, unethical to eat.
All right, this is a thinker.
Yeah, they weren't happy. But JFK Bear is fine. Apparently, Jenna. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, his head just kind of did that, so it's like, whatever, you know?
Everyone knows that. All right, revealing the board. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. The card is ethical to eat, unethical to eat. This is an interesting one. Okay. All right.
This is a thinker.
Got some interesting ones coming in already. We got some ones that I like. All right. I am setting down the board, closing it up. Also, you may look. What is this game called? It is called Wavelength.
Wavelength.
Yo, Chill Pup just sent 13 roses. Thank you, Chill Pup. Sorry, I saw Luke say baby. That is not a good hint for this card. That is not a good hint.
You don't know me.
Going for some ones that are actually good hints for this. I did really like, where was it? Eggs from Paul.
Okay.
I thought was a very good hint. Eggs are good. Also, we said this one yesterday, but I'll say it again. fair trade chocolate
Okay.
is a good one. And final one, this is an interesting one. Cane sugar.
Cane sugar.
So cane sugar, fair trade chocolate, and eggs. And Caitlin Rebecca sent 5 tiny tinies. Thank you so much, Caitlin.
Fair trade chocolate, cane sugar, and eggs. For the eggs, it depends where you're getting the eggs from. If they're farm fresh, straight from, you got your own chicken, pooping out the eggs, I'd say that's definitely ethical. They're pumping those suckers out. But I think it's probably ethical. I don't think there's a lot of things wrong with it, but I don't think it's the best.
It says fair trade chocolate, eggs, cane sugar.
So you got to think about, even if it is fair trade, you got to think about all the things going into it. So, but I think it's the fact that you're tacking on fair trade makes me think that it's definitely on the ethical side, because there's that assumption that it is in fact actually fair trade. So,
Yo, Paul ampersand D20 sent It's Corn. Thank you, Paul.
Who's first gift?
Oh, first gift. Thank you.
eggs are ticking me up because the poultry industry is abysmal. Depends where you're getting the eggs from. And depends on, I guess, where the viewer's from, because their poultry practices are different everywhere. Here it's bad, but I think it's definitely up there for ethical, but I don't think it's definitely not maxed out. If you said farm fresh eggs, if you got your own chicken and they're pumping those suckers out, I'd say I'd maybe max it out, because they're just kind of just giving those things away. But since it's eggs, it's But I think fair trade, I feel like fair trade, there is an assumption that it's good. And then cane sugar, I don't know where that's swinging me, because
Don't know much about it.
I'm not a big cane sugar guy. They don't call me Jimmy Sugar or anything like that.
I've never heard anyone refer to you as that, so I think you're spitting.
You're right. But I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna lock in there and just hope for the best.
Locked in right there. Ethical to eat, unethical to eat, fair trade chocolate, cane sugar, and eggs. Let's see it. Whoa! Wow!
That's what you like to see.
Wow, that is a 4. Undeniably a 4. Very nice, very nice. I'll keep this open. But this 4 is only going to be worth 3 points. Why could that be? My goodness, why is it worth 3? Well, the benefit is we add another card to the stack, extending the game, giving us more opportunities to score. We would have been at 3 cards remaining, but now we are at 4. That is the benefit. Jimmy Four Shoes.
They call me Jimmy Four Shoes, actually.
So yes, 15 is correct. It is not supposed to be 16. It is supposed to be 15.
I know how this game works.
Are worth 3 points in this game mode. Alrighty. Yes, you can take that back. Let's see. I also saw Paul say that we're the only live that he watches. Thank you, Paul. I do appreciate that. We're always glad that you're here. Who is this mustache man? Well, we actually have a name label right up there.
I'm Austin.
It is Austin. And in case you forget my name, it is Mark.
Really?
You wanna do bad super?
The 4 man.
Do you wanna do bad superpower, good superpower?
No, I hate that one.
You hate that one? Okay, I'll do another one then. Let's see. No, not that one. Not that one. Sport to game.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, all right. Sport to game is going to be our next card. This is a thinker.
This is a certified thinker. I don't think I've ever played this one. Is this from an actual game?
This is, I believe, a new one.
All right. Opening the board. Don't look. Don't peek.
Yep. Eyes sealed.
I'm gonna blow you up. All right. Here is the blue 4 we're trying to hit. We got to get Mark to that blue 4. Take a gander. remember it. I'm setting the board down. I'm closing the board. Board is closed. You can look. All right. All right.
It's actually pre-recorded, and they're just predicting what we were saying. That is correct.
Yes.
We're good guessers.
We've been pondering.
Sport to game. This is an interesting one. Because game's like a little bit demeaning. But I guess I'd define a sport as something well organized, maybe well produced, like football.
All right. I'm seeing a lot of footballs. I'll put football in the running.
Okay. Which football? American football?
Man, now you got me double guessing. People are saying the real one, so I'm guessing they're talking about soccer.
So soccer in America is probably like here. Soccer over in Europe is the most maxed out answer I could think of. They take it so seriously, it's crazy.
Whoa.
Whoa, Doge sent glowing jellyfish. Holy moly, thank you so much, Doge. Never even seen that one before. Thank you.
I'm seeing swimming a couple times.
Did that pick up on the mics?
That was scary.
That scared the crap out of
scary.
me. There's a big thunder strike. All right, European football is putting me here.
I said swimming as well.
Oh, swimming.
I said swimming as well.
Swimming is an interesting one because I don't even hear about people doing it casually once you get to professional levels. Like, they're just Olympians. So unless you're doing like a rec league swim club, you're probably an Olympian. So that's pretty sporty.
And then I saw figure skating. I think that.
Figure skating, that's a near maxed out answer too. That's not a game, that's incredibly intensive, especially if you have like partners with it sometimes, very choreographed. I need to consider, I don't want to be too biased just because European football was the first one. Could it be ticked up? Swimming ticks me up a little bit. Figure skating, not ice skating. Figure skating's very close to maxed out sport, but ticked up a little bit because they have fun with it. And, you know, you can casually go ice skating here and there. Balancing them all out, I'm taking it down a little bit more towards sport. I'm locking in right here.
All right, you're locking in?
Lock it in.
Let's see if you overthought it.
I might have.
You have a bad habit of doing that.
I might have. Oh no. Oh, yo! Didn't overthink it at all. Maybe a little.
Ah, you overthought it.
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh no, it's still good. It's still good.
Still a 3, yeah.
I was hovering around here this whole time, so thank goodness. I mean, if I maxed it out, which was my first thought, then it still would have been a 3. So I guess had the range slightly wrong. Well, we are now down to 3 cards remaining in this cooperative round of Wavelength. It's now my turn to give the clues. Thank you. And we are at 29,000 likes on TikTok. Yo, Paul sent a let him cook and a hi bear. Thank you, Paul. If we manage to get to 100,000 likes on TikTok tonight, we will be playing The Price is Wrong. Woo! It's like The Price is Right, but our own custom version with wacky Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace postings, such as Brave Studio foot clogs. How much should you pay for a pair of these?
A lot.
Who knows? Well, we'll go on to our next card here. Here's a fun one. This is another custom card from one of our viewers. Should record an audiobook, should not record an audiobook. This is a certified thinker.
This is a certified thinker.
This is from...
I'm pondering already. I'm thinking about all the things, you know?
This is from Country Mozart. Nia B says, love your mustache, all caps.
Appreciate it. I've been growing it myself.
He's been having others grow it for him. Dude, do we need to we might need to
I hope I close my windows.
Stop stream at some point. That was really close to us.
That was blinding me, but
Did that
looking out the window.
Did that hit the neighbor's house?
It might have hit the next neighborhood over.
Huh. Okay, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm right now. Mark, I recommend recapping the rules. IDK, what's happening here? I'm just saying things. Howling Wolves, if you go to our TikTok, which is Boardgamers Live, there's a link in our bio. Our pinned video explains all the rules. What?
YouTube Shorts.
Oh, the how-to videos on YouTube Shorts? No, okay, never mind. Just stay in YouTube, go to YouTube Shorts. It's in our YouTube Shorts page, how to play. All right, I'm opening up the board. I've talked long enough. Alrighty. Should record an audiobook, should not record an audiobook. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. Ooh, I love Kelsey's already. This is a good one. I need to keep in mind Austin's personal biases though. It's gonna be some interesting ones here. Good night, Candace. glad to see you here. Hope you have a nice night. I am closing up the board. Austin, you may look.
Okay.
The first one I saw from Kelsey Weasel and one other person was Kermit the Frog.
Okay. I like Kermit.
Yes.
I think that would be silly.
It would be a little silly. Just Farm says, I'm back, guys. Welcome back. I also saw, this is fun from Lisa the Star, Homer Simpson.
Okay.
And then the final one that I will give you is, we'll go with Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay.
Gilbert Gottfried, Kermit the Frog, Homer Simpson.
I'm conflicted because I would have loved a Gilbert Gottfried audiobook. God rest his soul. Because that'd be funny. But that being said, it would be, I think, genuine torture to listen to because he did not have the most pleasant voice. Kermit would be funny, no doubt about that. But I guess I feel like after a while it would maybe be annoying. And then Homer, I feel like I would fall asleep because I do not like Homer's voice personally.
Okay.
So at first, when it was just Kermit, I was gonna, take it to should. I don't know actually, because I don't know if the person who said Gilbert was going for the middle or Kermit. Like, I don't.
It's a tough one. It's a thinker.
Toughie. It's a toughie because I probably would have liked to have heard Gilbert Gottfried do at least one audiobook just for the hell of it.
Yo, Cheryl sent a heart me. Thanks so much, Cheryl. I mean, like, you have to imagine, like, what's the book, too, and, like, how long. It would be novel at first. Not novel, like a book. But the longer the book, it might. Don't overthink. IDK where the 4 is.
I'm trying not to overthink. I'm trying not to pull a Mark here.
Oh, golly. Mr. 4 over here.
I'm going off of if it was a long Gilbert Gottfried book or if it was just Homer Simpson. I definitely don't want to hear it, but I don't think it's the worst. It's not like certain people in the government who shouldn't be recording an audiobook.
Yeah, I did not read that hint.
Because that would have had me mad, because I don't want to hear that guy talk. I think it's definitely back toward the middle, because I think there's the meme factor you got to think about. But I don't think it's.
Gilbert Gottfried did do an audiobook?
Well, he did.
Really? What's the name of it?
Yeah, I gotta hear that. I'm gonna say it's about. I'm gonna say it's about there. If it's a complete miss, I'll eat my shoe. I'm not gonna do that.
Locked in. Should record an audiobook. Should not record an audiobook. Kermit, Gilbert Gottfried, Homer Simpson. Let's see it. Oh, wow. That is just barely a miss. Wow, I really, I forgot the placement there. I really thought you had it.
Forgot the placement. Come on, man. You're giving me hints so I can get there.
After I read the hints, I forgot the placement. I knew I was aiming for here, but by the time you're setting the dial, I was like, okay. All of these are funny for a second, then really annoying. I think I agree.
Yeah.
You can't post a title, apparently. Oh, we have a list of banned words, so if his... I'll look up the book on my own time. Thank you, Pontus. Well, we are still at 18. Not a bad score at all. And we're down to 2, count them, 2 cards remaining. Man, this thunderstorm is spitting. It really is. It's freaking me out a little bit.
It's going bonkers.
If we suddenly cut out, no, that is why. What do you think of this one?
No.
Okay. Real restaurant millennial nonsense. We can do a different one.
Yeah, do a different one.
Okay. Derivative original.
Okay. That's a thinker.
Okay.
That's a thinker.
I like this one. Still says compliment. Sorry, shouldn't say that. There we go.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, the dog's now hiding in the basement with us.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Do you want to help him on the sofa?
I didn't wear a ring yet.
My dog's too fat to jump on the sofa.
I'll kill you.
Okay.
All right. Here is our 4. Think about it real hard. We got to get that blue 4. We got to tell Mark where to go. I'm setting the board down. I'm closing the board. Board is closed. Okay, you can look.
Derivative, for those who don't know, is based off of something else. So 50 Shades of Grey is derivative from the vampire movie. Twilight. I don't know why I blanked on that.
Can you scroll up a little bit on the TikTok? Go up a little bit more. Go up. Okay. You can go back down.
This is an interesting one.
I saw Venom a couple times.
Okay. So that's definitely a derivative work. It's based off of Spider-Man. It is using Spider-Man's story and characters, but then expands on it in order to tell its own story. So it's derivative, but not that much, you know? It's not a rip-off of Spider-Man. It's just an extension of him. It probably hasn't.
I'll go with fanfic, and then I'm going to say a third one, Better Call Saul.
Okay. So fanfic is very derivative. That's actually probably my maxed out answer for derivative. And Better Call Saul is also derivative. Derivative tends to have a little bit of a negative connotation, I feel. But Better Call Saul is based off of Breaking Bad, of course. Reuses a bunch of characters and even some storylines, but is its own unique and very well-made show. So I'm going to take it up a little bit. Fanfic's maxed out derivative. It is nothing but deriving itself from other works. That one alone, I have to put it down this far. And then the first one was Venom. You know, once you get into modern Venom, they're going into space and fighting Null and all of that. But we're going to ignore that, and we're just going to say, you know what, this is pretty close to maxed out derivative. I'm not going to overthink it, smoothing out the brain and locking in right here. Did I make a mistake by smoothing my brain?
I think you should have maybe not smoothed your brain so much.
Okay.
And I don't think you're gonna be. I don't think you're gonna be happy. I'm not very happy either.
Oh no.
This was a thinker.
Should have overthought it a little bit more.
This is a tricky one for the placement.
Okay.
Because it's in the middle.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think Better Call Saul was a good one just because it's like it is a Breaking Bad spinoff, but there's a lot of it has its own sort of.
Yeah, no, I see it.
Its own lore. And then fanfic, it certainly is a derivative thing, but it's also like those people kind of get crazy with it.
Okay, I should be fair. You know, pure derivative would have been like stealing someone else's work and passing it off as your own. And fanfic is not that. Fanfic is its own original thing. So I was being too harsh. Yeah, I don't know if I ever would have gotten dead center. That is a very tricky placement. Mark would know. Come on.
If you watched Better Call Saul, you would have known.
If you watched Better Call Saul. Listen, Buster, I'll get around to it, is all I have to say.
I'll say it was a tricky one.
It was.
I'll admit it was a tricky one.
We are down to 1 card remaining in our first round of Cooperative Wavelength. That was a very tricky one. Honestly, good clues based off the card. Let's get a good one to send us off for this round. We will be doing another round after this. We're gonna do scary animal, nice animal.
I think
Mark, I watched the video, I still don't understand what's going on. I'm trying. All right, I'll walk you through it. We have a card on screen right now. It is scary animal to nice animal. We're going to give Austin a clue. He's not gonna know where the placement is. So I'm just gonna open this up as an example. If it's way to this side, we want him to put the dial over here. So name a super nice animal, like a kitten. If the dial is way on this side, or the blue 4, we name the scariest animal we can think of, like the dreaded grizzly polar bear. And if it's somewhere in the middle, we do a more middling one. So this should be just a little bit scary, like a raccoon. That's a little scary to me. So, we mix up the board. Austin will not know where the target is. We will, and we're giving him clues based off the card. Scary animal, nice animal. What happens if it's half on each side? You mean like right in the middle? Well, then we do our best to name a middling placement. This might be something like a weasel to me. They're nice, but they freak me out. Alrighty. Mixing up the board. Austin is closing his eyes.
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed. The 4 is not visible, that means we respin it.
Dang.
That's a weird use case. If the 4 is not visible, we respin. Alrighty. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. The card is scary animal, nice animal. That's exactly what I was talking about, lol. Yeah, if that happens, we respin. Raccoons are nice, frowny face. I see, thank you. Ooh.
I've got beef with raccoons.
I did see somebody name an interesting answer that I'll rant a little bit about afterwards. We're getting some good ones coming in. Getting some very good ones coming in. Are you live on TikTok and YouTube? Yes, we are. I'm closing up the board. Okay. Austin, you may look.
Looking now.
Okay. So we have some fun ones here.
Okay.
I saw one that I liked. I do like crocodile.
Crocodile, okay.
From Joe.
All right.
There was also gorillas.
Okay.
And final one. Final one from YouTube chat. We'll go with Jeremy's, a dolphin. Okay.
So gorilla be spinning, orangutan and banging. I think it's definitely up there because so here's the thing. If I see a gorilla out and about, if I see a gorilla out in the wild, I'm done. Everything's leaving my body. I'm falling over and just kind of being like,
it's over. There's nothing you can do.
I see a gorilla in the zoo. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen because they're so silly.
Yo, Amelia sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Amelia. And Jakku sent 10 roses. Thank you.
What was the, it was gorilla, crocodile.
Crocodile
is also a little silly looking, but if I see a crocodile like waddling toward me, I'm like, that looks stupid, but then I'm like, oh, he's gonna nibble my toes. I'm gonna start running. And then a dolphin.
From Jeremy.
Dolphin is like, I see a dolphin, and I'm like, that's cute, but I know about dolphins. Yeah. A dolphin will eat me if it wanted to. So I definitely say that. I think I'm gonna lock in there. I think just putting it there was good because again, I see a gorilla in the zoo, funny. Gorilla in the wild, I'm dead. He's just gonna like that scene from SpongeBob, but it was the gorilla that got ripped in half. Anywho,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
A crocodile. It looks funny when it's waddling towards you, but it's like, then you're like, oh, that's a man-eating critter. So.
And then dolphin.
Dolphin.
We know about those. Where's Corey? Corey's working on a video. All right, I'm going to reveal the board. Howling Wolf says, I'm subscribing because you took the time to teach me and you're awesome. Appreciate that, Howling Wolves. Really appreciate you subscribing as well. Let's see it. Whoo! Very nice. That is a 3 to finish us off. We will take it. Yes, you had very good logic. You know, they can be a little goofy. They can be a little silly.
Yeah, like all those videos of Gorillicious in the zoo, it's just like, oh man, that's funny. They're like spinning around. They're kind of getting bonkers with it.
I like the ones where they show gorillas like magic tricks as well.
Oh yeah.
And they'll freak out when a card disappears. But then again, they could actually rip you in two.
Yeah, gorilla be spinning.
Well, this is the end of our first round. We will be playing another round after this, but I can't get these cards out. But it is time for me to pull out the official How to Play Wavelength rulebook, because in the back there is a chart that tells us how we did based off the number we scored, which is 21. 21. Which is way better than 15 from our last round. 9 plus 10, 21. Victor sent a rose. Thank you, Victor. What? Oh, first gift. Thank you.
First gift. Thank you.
So, I'm going to the Wavelength rulebook, and from the creators of the game themselves, for scoring a 21, the message we get is, you're on the same ... wavelength. Ooh.
That's what you like to see.
That's what you like to see.
That's a good first game.
It is, it is. Yo, Sparta sent a heart me. Thank you very much. Y'all really appreciate the gifts tonight. It is what allows the stream to keep going. So, appreciate everyone and their support. And as I pick out 7 new cards to take us into round 2, thank you for the heart puff, Amelia. 2 heart puffs, actually. As I pull out these 7 cards, I'll remind everyone, we are at 50,000 likes on TikTok, which is crazy. Very thankful for that. If we are able to get to 100,000 likes tonight, we'll be playing our own custom minigame. Bum 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 bum. The Price is Wrong! Woo! It is like The Price is Right, but we use our own wacky postings that we find from Facebook Marketplace and other places on the internet, such as the Oscar Mayer Wiener Hot Dog Mobile, Pedal Car Antique Vintage, serious offers only, or the O.J. Simpson watch. Ooh, how much would you pay for something like that?
Priceless.
And the one that got us banned last stream, so we are not going to be doing it this time. The beep homemade stained glass. Ooh, chicken stained glass. Shadow banned us. It was very unfortunate. But we have 7 new cards. The animations are so creative. Thank you, Lil Zax. Appreciate that. Corey did the curtains and the logo, so full credit to Corey there. Let's see. It's going to be your turn to start us off. My goal is to find these on Marketplace, LMAO. What was the answer for stained glass from yesterday? We actually didn't hit the like goal, so we didn't play it. We never learned the price. Do you want to run this card? It's a little bit risky.
Sure.
All right, we are going to do, for our first card of round 2, role model to Bad Influence. When are you thinking of doing the blue/red spy game again? Tomorrow. Tomorrow's code names. We're doing code names tomorrow. I have a graphic for it. Code names tomorrow. Woo! Blue and red spy game. Also, holy moly, Sparta sent 11 roses. Amelia sent a snowflake keychain. Thank you all so much. I'm closing my eyes now.
That's what I like to see.
All right, I'm opening the board. This is what we're looking at. Take a gander. We got to get to that blue 4. We got to give us good hints. That's what we want. Take a gander. Remember where that is. I'm closing the board. Mark, you can look.
Role model, Bad Influence.
All right.
Let's see. I need to avert my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. We have some interesting ones coming in. Role model to Bad Influence.
I'm gonna go with Caillou.
Come on, you can't give me that little freak. He's a bad influence.
I'm seeing the friend your mom hates.
The friend your mom hates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's one of my friends, but my mom hates him. My mom likes all my friends, so I wouldn't know, but...
Not for long.
Not for long. All my friends except Austin. If my mom hates him, there's probably a good reason. They're probably a pretty bad influence, like that bald Caillou kid.
The bald Caillou kid. And, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Okay, Johnny Bravo's a bad influence. You should not model your life around Johnny Bravo. He's not someone who should be looked up to for the most part. He is a little overly flirtatious when he probably shouldn't be.
He's so suave.
He is so suave. Solely, his confidence does inspire me. So he's a little bit of a role model just for the confidence he brings to the table. But Caillou brings nothing of value. The friend my mom hates, I'm friends with them, so it's not that bad, but my mom hates them, so they're doing something off.
There's something fishy.
There's something fishy. Johnny Bravo, no, I don't want to be like him. Well, he has good shoulders, though. That's maybe role model material. I think I'm not going to max it out. I'm not going to go crazy with it. This isn't some of those names that are banned in our chat list. So I need to consider those are options or the devil. So it's not going to be maxed out. I'm going to tick it up to about here.
The devil.
The devil.
All right.
I think I'm good.
You think you're locked in there?
Yes.
All right. I'm feeling good about those. I forgot where it is, but we'll see. I think these were good hints. Mm-hmm. We're opening the morning.
Yo! Nice start. Holy, that is a 4.
That's a certified 4 moment.
Very nice, very nice. That was our first card of this round and starting us off with a 4. Yo, and Victor sent a GG. Thank you, Victor. So, I just said 4, but Austin wrote 3. Why did he do that? Is it a mistake? No!
I know.
No.
I know how this game works.
A 4 is worth 3 points. But the benefit is we take another card, we add it to the stack, and it extends the game. We would have been at 6 cards remaining, but we are instead at 7 because we scored a 4 worth 3. It's not too complicated, all right?
It's not rocking science.
It's not rockin' science, as they say. And it's gonna be my turn to do a clue. Yo, Amelia sent a GG as well. Thank you very much.
Can Jeremy see the ban list so you can think of new ways to say them?
No, Jeremy.
I love doing that though.
It's a fair question, but no.
Whenever there's like an auto censor on a chat, I'm like, let's see how I can finagle my way around.
Mark, why does it say 3? Because 4s are worth 3 in this game mode, okay? There's only a max of 28 points on normal mode. This rule says they can get as many as possible. Thank you, Mint. That is a great way to describe it. I'm new. Welcome in, Rowan's Boo Forever. Glad you're here. The card is the worst, the best. And this 4 right here is what we are aiming for. We need to come up with a clue to get Austin to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. The ends of the spectrum, the range is the worst all the way to the left, the best all the way to the right. And Lil Zex sent a heart me. Thank you, Lil Zex. Very much appreciated. Y'all's gifts are what's able to keep the stream going. This 4 right here, this is a thinker. This is a thinker indeed. I'm setting it down, closing up the board. Austin, you may look. The worst, the best. You know what? I really like Methodic Ash's suggestion in YouTube chat of seatbelts.
Seatbelts, okay.
Seatbelts is a very good one. Let's see. The worst, the best. Yo, Lil's accent 19 roses. Thank you, thank you. It is a tough placement. I do like Mint's answer of a sharp pencil.
Okay.
So a sharp pencil, seat belts, and I saw someone say the Jets, but I don't know anything about baseball, so I don't know if that's a good one or not. And final one is going to be, I like vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Vanilla ice cream's fine.
What was the first one?
The first one was seat belts.
Seat belts, okay. So seat belts are good, but they're annoying. But they're good. So I'd say it's the best. It's definitely not maxed out. Nobody likes seat belts that much. Or vanilla ice cream. But vanilla ice cream does go hard. So
What is the middle one?
sharp pencil is nice.
Pencil.
Sharp pencil is nice. I do like a sharp pencil. You got a sharp pencil, writing like crazy. So
Vanilla ice cream, sharp pencil, and seat belts.
you know, I don't like seat belts.
Thank you, Chels, for the breakdown.
Thank you.
That's appreciated. It's hard to remember.
We gotta do that more often.
Apparently, the Jets are not a baseball team. Who would have thought?
How about them Jets? I think they're good. They're nice. Not the best, but they're up there. This is a thinker. This is what the kids call a thinker these days.
Also, in TikTok chat, please do not send things that are indicating where Alston or me should set the dial.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Only give hints.
I'll say, because vanilla ice cream, I like vanilla ice cream, but it's not the best flavor. I don't know what the best flavor is. Don't ask me.
Okay.
Sharp pencil's nice, because you can write like crazy.
Yo, Merritt and that otter sent to heart me, and Miranda sent to heart me. Holy moly! Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Love the support.
Seatbelts are annoying. That's what's taking me back up. I'm gonna say it's about halfway.
Okay, locked in right there. This was a very tricky placement. This was an insanely tricky placement. It was dead center.
It was dead center.
Dead center, a little teeny tiny bit towards the best. So the thing about seatbelts is like nobody goes, I love seatbelts. Oh gee, I can't wait to put my seatbelt on. But they're good, you know.
I think seatbelts for me are good because it's like safety first. I'm a big safety guy. I love safety. But I can definitely see how I can see how that's just in the middle.
They can be annoying.
That being said, vanilla ice cream, I think is definitely a lot better than that. I think vanilla ice cream just goes hard. It depends on the vanilla, though.
Yeah,
this is a thinker.
It does.
I gotta go.
Vanilla's too bog standard.
It is pretty bog standard, but...
Con3RG sent a heart me. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Love all the support we're getting tonight. It really does mean a lot. This was an incredibly tricky one. I do not fault you for this. Good equal not the best. It's a good way to put it, Mint. Let's see. It's now my turn to... Oh, your turn to give a hint.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn.
How do you feel about this one? This is an interesting one.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna be too biased.
I am. That's what we just did. How you feel? How you feel?
I hate this one.
Hate this one? Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Yo, Joe sent a goat first-time gift. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
And Sparta sent 7 heart puffs. Thank you. That's the wrong one. The card we're going to do is Unknown to Famous. We have 6 cards remaining in this cooperative round of Wavelength.
All right, I'm opening the board. This is what we're looking for. Take a gander. We're going for that blue 4 right there. Can you get it? I hope so. I hope so. Redeem me a little bit. Please. All right. Yeah, it's closed. You can look now.
Unknown to Famous. This is an interesting one. It's Everyone has their own kind of unique corners of what they consider to be unknown or famous. And also, no matter where the placement is, every single time we do this card, somebody comments us.
I see that a lot.
Yeah. And sometimes that means unknown, sometimes that means in the middle. Sometimes like, oh, you're a little bit famous because people watch you. That could mean anything that aren't the two poles. But it's accurate this time.
The mayor of New Orleans?
Mayor of New Orleans. I can't name them, so maybe they'd be a little bit unknown. But maybe they're the mayor of a very popular city. Maybe they're a little famous. Yeah, I wouldn't say unknown for a mayor. This could be dead center. If people are saying us, it could be a dead center one. Mayor of New Orleans put me a little teeny tiny bit famous.
I'm gonna say this. Charles Mingus.
Fuck me. Oh, sorry. Charles Mingus, while I had never heard of them until about 6 months ago, apparently they are very well known within the jazz space or the big band space. So I'm going to say they're a little bit famous. Who doesn't love Charles Mingus? Now that I know who he is, I like him. I like his music. I just wasn't familiar with him before.
Last one I'll say, I'm going to say choir director at Wartburg College.
Okay, I'm back to the unknown side. All right, it's definitely a middling placement. Mayor of New Orleans, I can't name them. They're unknown. Charles Mingus, I didn't know who they were till 6 months ago. And the choir director at
Wartburg College.
Wartburg College. Wartburg. Is that this far down? There's no way. It's between here and here. I'm gonna call it right here. It's a little teeny tiny bit unknown. Little teeny tiny bit. Working its way up there. Thank you for picking mine. That's my college.
All right.
Let's see it. Yes.
I had to throw that one in because
I was wrong.
Bad.
Oh
you were still bad.
I was still bad. I caught the Mingus mania. What can I say?
The thing is, though, it's like, would you ever have heard Mingus unless I had said it as a meme?
No.
Exactly.
No, I would not.
I think if you took a poll in here, I think most people wouldn't know who Charles Mingus is.
Yo, Con3RG sent a team bracelet and 2 team cheers. Thank you so much. You tried your best. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm too biased on Charles Mingus because when I didn't know who he was 6 months ago, 5 people in the room.
The problem is, you can't base it off that. Because again, you take a poll in here, most people aren't going to know who Charles Mingus is.
5 people jumped me for not knowing who he was. I was made fun of.
Yeah, let's do a poll.
Okay, I'll start a poll.
Let's see who knew Charles Mingus.
I'll start a custom poll. Why not? Also, Chelsea, thank you so much for the heart me, and Con3RG, thank you so much for the team bracelet and the 2 team cheers. We're gonna do a custom poll real quick, 1 minute. Do you know?
Are you a Mingus mania?
Charles Mingus? Question. It's gonna be a yes or a no. Hit save and start. 1 minute poll. Do you know Charles Mingus on TikTok?
Are you Mingus pilled?
Are you Mingus pilled? Also, we are at 80,000 likes on TikTok, which is absolutely amazing. If we manage to get to 100,000 likes by the end of stream, we will be playing The Price is Wrong, our own custom minigame, which is like The Price is Right, but we use wacky Craigslist postings or Facebook Marketplace postings, such as O.J. Simpson watch or Oscar Mayer Wiener car. The poll is, do you know Charles Mingus, yes or no? How many likes did y'all end with last night because of the shadow ban? I think it was like 40,000. Oh, Board Ghost did a poll on YouTube.
YouTube poll.
Wow.
Good job, Jimmy Board.
Thank you, Board Ghost. Also, as the poll is coming to an end, if you like what we're doing, if you'd like to see more, if you're having fun, please consider giving us a follow. It really does mean a lot. The poll has come to an end. Okay, you people are lying. 5 people said they know who Charles Mingus is. 80 people said no, they do not. YouTube's still going. The yeses are going to come in on YouTube, for sure. Actually, I'm seeing 73% no on YouTube right now.
I love Charles Mingus, though. Mingus goes crazy.
There is no poll. 94% no for Mingus. Okay, maybe I was too biased by my past.
I shouldn't have said it because I think you overcorrected again. Yeah. Because like I did Charles Mingus for another hint, and then you just went a little too. I mean, first time I said Charles Mingus, you like dimed it to like unknown.
Yeah, the first time we ever did this card, you said Charles Mingus. I went, oh, Max Out Unknown. That's not a real name. You made that up. Turns out he's real, famous, and a successful musician. Hayden says, I'm back. Almost 100K likes. Indeed. Welcome back, Hayden. How long does the poll last on YouTube, Board Ghost? Okay, you can end it now. 75% said no. Poll complete. 12 votes. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where's the other guy? Corey's working on a YouTube video. Also, I think I missed Con3RG. Thank you so much for the team bracelet and the 4 team cheers. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to the game. That's enough. That's enough Mingus related content for right now. We'll go on to the next card. We are at 5 cards remaining. It's my turn to give a clue.
We're not doing the best. We had a really strong first game, and then it just petered out.
It happens. All right, the card's gonna be hard to do, easy to do.
This is a bit of a thinker.
10K likes to go before our mini game. Indeed. Thank you all for the support. Hard to do, easy to do. This right here is your placement. This right here is your placement. The card is hard to do, easy to do. Jeremy says, no more Mingus, I'm leaving. Hard to do, easy to do. This is a tricky one. Ooh, okay. I like some of the ones coming in. Okay, all right. I am setting down the board, closing it up. Austin, you may look.
All right.
Hard to do, easy to do. This is an interesting one, and I don't know how you're going to interpret this, but my first clue from Country Mozart is 1 pull-up.
1 pull-up.
1 pull-up. Also, right. From Lil's X, and I saw one other person say it at least, math. General math.
General math, like just basic algebra, or like...
Anything that comes to mind when math is brought up. And, ooh, this is a creative answer. Last one from Ons, travel.
Okay, so...
I'm thank you for the rose, Batman. Thanks for protecting Gotham.
See, it depends on who's doing the pull-up. Because for me, that's just like, you know, that's basic stuff. Math, it depends on kind of math and who's doing the math. Yeah, Corey can't do math at all. Now, I think it's definitely easy. And then travel is taking me back because travel can be kind of difficult to do. So, because, you know, these days it's, you know.
1 pull-up, math, travel. Thank you, Lil Zax.
It's expensive to travel.
Breakdowns appreciated. It is.
It's expensive to travel. But maybe I'm kind of thinking that it's kind of... See, the 1 pull-up is kind of getting me like... 1 pull-up would be just... that's not the easiest thing, but like it's not difficult.
Can you do a pull-up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bar. I'm gonna prove this.
All right, that's fine with me.
I'm joking.
But I think maybe it's like kind of in the middle, but it's like still kind of hard to do because travel. It's, you know, you got to get all the money. You got to go there, and then 1 pull up. It's difficult if you don't like work out on the regular. And then math, it can be kind of difficult. because math is hard sometimes, but I don't think it's like, I think if we're just doing general math, if we're just saying math is like a blanket thing, I don't think it's difficult. I don't think it's super hard to do. But I think, you know, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna say it's a little on the hard to do side, but it's not very far.
It's a smidgen on the hard to do side. All right, let's see it. Hard to do, easy to do. Ooh, wow.
That was right in the middle.
It was exactly in the middle, but that is a 3 nonetheless. That is a 3.
This is better than nothing.
Not bad at all. Yeah, a lot of these were creative, because one pull-up, you know, it comes easy to some people, but for other people, that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
And if you can't do one, it's hard to get started training yourself to get that one. It feels a little insurmountable.
Yeah.
And then math could be as easy as times tables, could be as hard as whatever physicists do.
I guess math is so broad that, you know, should have considered that. It's just saying math is, you know, in the middle.
I think travel, depends on where you're traveling. Well, we are down to 4 cards remaining in this cooperative round of Wavelength. Interesting game indeed, indeed. I'm gonna go with bad advice, good advice?
Sure.
Alrighty. Yo, we just passed 100K, which means as soon as we wrap up with this round, we'll be playing our custom mini game, The Price is Wrong! Woo! And a little secret, shh, don't tell anyone, if we get to 200,000 likes, we'll be doing a second round, which has cards such as Big Ass Chain, inflatable George Bush punching bag.
I need that.
Okay, alright. And potty that looks like a real one. Yeah, that's an issue.
What is the implication?
I don't know. It looks like a real one.
What does that mean? Alright, I'm spinning the board. Mark, if you peek, I'm gonna throw you into a wood chipper. I'm opening the board. I'm showing you guys the board. We gotta get that blue 4 right there. We gotta get that blue 4. Think long and hard. Think long and hard. We gotta get that blue 4, baby. Alright, it's closed. You can look.
Okay. Some bodies are just not made for pull-ups. Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
Bad advice, good advice. It's hard to think what would be maxed out for something like this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could you scroll up a little bit?
Sure.
I saw one. And it very quickly left. Okay, stop. Scroll back down a little bit. Okay. You can scroll back down. Salting noodles while boiling.
Ooh.
Going to therapy.
So these are both things that are good advice that I don't do. So it can't be maxed out, but probably some pretty good advice.
And then you know what? Be yourself.
Ow.
No.
Ow. Ow. You know, people being themselves has gotten people into a lot of trouble. Maybe you should be somebody else, like a law-abiding citizen. But in general, be yourself is pretty darn good advice. I don't think it's maxed out, because I think if it's maxed out, we start to get into like absurd advice, like invest in Bitcoin in 2008, something like that. But salting noodles before boiling is good. You probably should do that. Going to therapy is definitely good. Maybe more people should do that. And be yourself, that's solid. That's solid.
It's good to be yourself.
It is. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic with these. I think I'm gonna call it about right here. About right here. Why should we salt noodles? It helps the water boil, right?
I just kind of do it, and I think the pasta just turns out better.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah. It might cause the noodles to soften quicker, maybe?
I'm sorry, I was just reading a YouTube chat.
Okay.
I don't know which one you should marry. I think that's a thinker. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, we're not reading whatever that was.
All right, well, I'm not reading that out loud.
Bad advice, good advice. Ooh, yo, okay, all right, not bad. That is a 3, it looks like.
Ooh, that's close. I'm gonna say that's a 3.
It makes the noodles not stick and boil over. Okay, that makes sense. Yo, Jono sent 3 TikToks. Thank you very much. Great to see you again, Jono. Boil slower. We do it for the taste.
Right. See, we're getting a lot of bets of 4s.
All right. Well, let me hold it up to camera.
It is touching. I did inspect it, but I don't know.
I don't know. We could set it to a poll if you want.
That's a 5.
They're allowed to get 1 poll.
1 poll for the.
Yeah, YouTube's in on it too. All right, we're going to do a poll. We haven't done one in a while. I'll allow you guys to do it, and you all are fair with it. You hold us accountable if you do think it's a 3. So we are going to start a poll. Let's see. Do I have it saved already? No, I don't. Okay, let me make the poll from scratch real quick. What's the score? Is it a 4 or a 3? We are going to save that and start the 1-minute poll now. We are going to let you all vote. You all are very fair, impartial voters.
What guy? What guy do I remind you of in YouTube chat?
This 4 right here. Let's see if I can get it in focus, nice and good. Try to move it around so we can see the angles. We like to be held accountable, but we also like to do a little bit of democracy here. I always say you get 1 poll during these streams, but it's been a little while since we've done it. What is the score? A 4 or a 3? It's touching 4, says Twig. Wow, we got a lot of votes coming in.
It's touching 4.
Touching 4? That one guy with the hair.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that.
So not my dad.
Wow.
He does not have anything.
Can't wait for the minigame. Yes, I'm very excited for the minigame as well. It's going to be a fun one. All right, the poll is done. YouTube chat says 4. TikTok chat says 4. 56 votes to 28 votes. It is going to be a 4. Woo! Right. Very nice.
I don't have to do anything. I just have to do this.
Yes, add another tally. 5 4s tonight. Very nice. So a 4 is only worth 3 points. So it is correct that it says 9 there. 9 is correct. The benefit of scoring a 4 is we take another card and we add it to the stack, extending the game. It is not worth 4 points. Woo, add that 3, lol. Yes, we add the 3, but we remain at 4 cards remaining. Very nice, very nice. Terror Destroyer fell off after joke 3. I missed it. It may have been a little too uncouth.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
It was not good.
All right. Yeah, moderator Corey had to step in and bring down the hammer. So, yo, Hale sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Hales. All right. Our next card is going to be Unnatural to Natural. Minigame time right after this round. You have 4 cards left, then it is minigame time. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, it looks like Terror Destroyer deserved to be banned, unfortunately.
He's kind of being cringe.
Yo, PMT sent a rose, first gift,
Nice.
Thank you very much. Unnatural to Natural. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 is the target. Gotta give Austin a clue to get him to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. And as soon as we're done with these games, we'll be doing the Price is Wrong mini game. Unnatural to Natural. Setting it down. Again, stop looking on the floor. Hey, stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw my dog out of here. Board is closed. Austin, you may look.
I'm looking.
Okay, Unnatural to Natural. We have some interesting ones here. I do like makeup. Makeup is a pretty good one.
Okay.
Jeremy says Arby's.
They got the beef.
They do have the beef. So we have Arby's, we have makeup, and the final hint that I will give you, topical, pugs.
Pugs. Okay. So none of these are natural. Arby's is a.
Stay at home Megan sent a tiny Diney. Thank you so much, stay at home Megan. Great to see you again.
Arby's is like they made it in like a lab or something. Like it's grown from like a synthetic fungus or something.
They have the beef.
They've got the beef. Pugs are like a genetic anomaly, and they're bred so poorly.
I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. I almost picked up a shift at the Arby's the other day.
Oh.
It's a stupid bit. I don't think it's not maxed out.
What is Arby's? Wow, Arby's has not graced the Europeans. Europe has been spared from Arby's. They have the meat. It's like
they've got the meat.
They've got the meat.
They've got the meat.
They got the meat.
Imagine, I think Burger King, but with roast beef might be an accurate description. I think that's fair enough to say. Burger King of roast beef.
Sometimes fish sandwiches for some reason.
Sometimes fish sandwiches? I didn't even know that. I haven't been to Arby's. They have the meat.
They don't remember the beef rush of 2025. It was a nightmare. Wading through the blood and the bones.
Blood and bones of beef rush.
I think.
It sounds disgusting.
See, pugs are made in the lab. Arby's is made in the lab. Makeup is all right. I think, but like I think it's unnatural in the sense that people are putting like things on their face. But.
Oh wow, Terror Destroyer came back. What are you doing in our channel? Hide user on this channel. Alright, they're banned now. How to get back in here? Don't know. Moderators might not be able to ban. Do they have multiple accounts or something? Holy moly.
You unhid them and then
okay.
But yeah, pugs are brewed in the lab. Same with Arby's. So I think I'm gonna lock in there.
Would you look my dog in the eyes and do that placement?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll look at your dog and say...
What was the prompt? Unnatural's natural. We had pugs, we had Arby's, and makeup. It's a little bit more
They're brewed in the lab. They're all brewed in the lab.
Look, it's not that I disagree with you, okay? But pugs are at least living animals.
It's brewed in the lab.
Okay, alright.
I'm sorry, your dog should not exist.
That's fair. Well, mine's a puggle, so he is...
Okay, sorry, I forgot that your dog's a puggle. A slightly smaller pug.
Part pug, part beagle.
Yeah, that was biased, I'll say it.
That is
Arby's
fair.
is brewed in the lab.
Well, we are down to 3 cards remaining. Pugs are like SCPs? Oh, come on.
Same with Arby's. But we can't forget the beef rush of 2025.
Euclid class. Keter. Pugs. Alright, 3 cards remaining. I used to know what the SCP things were. Yes, that is yours. Would you like poorly made, well made?
Sure, why not?
Poorly made, well made. Right after this round, we're going to be doing our custom game, The Price is Wrong! Woo! And if we get to 200,000 likes on TikTok, we'll do a second bonus round. Include things like big ass chain and George Bush inflatable punching bag. Ah, fun.
All right. Here is our 4. We gotta get that blue 4. Give us all your hints. I want to hear your hints so we can get to that blue 4. So Mark can put put the little pointer on the blue 4. It's closed. The board is closed. You can look.
So tell me what you say. It just doesn't register in my head sometimes. What you do with Corey? Corey is at home working on a YouTube video for us, which is very exciting. Poorly made, well made. Like made in a well. Like water. It's made in a well.
I'm gonna say Honda's Target clothing. Clothing from Target.
Okay. Honda's Target clothing. I'm not big on cars, so I'm not going to consider Honda's too
And then
much.
I'm gonna say a shed.
A shed. Okay. So I think all of these are just very, very slightly poorly made. I've seen a lot of bad sheds in my days. Target clothes. I mean, I get some of my clothes from Target. My Coca-Cola button-up shirt was from Target. I like that one. But it's not artisanal by any means. It's not going to last to the eons. It's a little bit mass-produced. Hondas, I don't know much about them, but I know they're not luxury cars. They're no Rolls-Royce. And sheds, I've seen a lot of crappy sheds. I think this is a middling placement. I really think it is. But I think it's going to be ever so slightly to the poorly made side. And I'm going to lock in here.
You're gonna lock in there?
Yes.
Jeremy wants to know if you've seen any ghouls around the studio lately. There's a big ghoul infestation where Jeremy and I just came from.
I've heard. We do have a little ghost in the studio, slightly different than a ghoul. And Donna, with a ghost emoji in their name, says, woo!
All right.
Let's see it.
I'm opening.
Oh, wow.
Target clothes are not bad.
Okay.
You shouldn't, just because it's mass produced doesn't mean it's like bad.
No, you're right.
You know?
Okay.
I've had some shirts from Target that have lasted a while.
Yeah, I understand this placement. This makes sense.
Like Honda's, like, you see them.
It's not Temu, fair.
Yeah, I mean Honda's like they stick around for a while,
Okay, all right. I understand. That was my bad for that one. I was a little bit too biased. I should have considered. I like all my clothes from Target.
We're not on the same wavelength this game.
We are down to two cards remaining for this game. It is going to be my turn to give the hint. Also on the topic of clothes, Mark, your shirt today is great. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that.
Mark gets some shirt loving.
Yes, I was wearing a Bland's maroon shirt yesterday, and people were like, boring, bad, tomato. So I pulled out the least bland shirt that I own, most complicated pattern.
I feel like you have more complicated shirts than that.
Okay, all right. It's the intricate pattern.
You sell it at Dan Flash's. It's not going to be the most expensive, but it's slightly complicated. I think you got some Dan Flash originals.
I do have some Dan Flash originals. That is a good point.
All right.
This is a great card for you.
What is it?
Boring topic, fascinating topic.
I'm gonna be biased.
Braid says you can always tell when you're off because Austin starts fidgeting with his stash full. I can't. Alright, I'm gonna start using that as like a poker tell.
I fidget with my mustache all the time. What are you talking about?
Ooh. Kirsten says Austin loved the hair.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
The card is boring topic, fascinating topic. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 is the target. And you give Austin a clue that gets him put the red dial right onto this blue 4. Interesting. Okay, all right. Got some interesting ones coming in. This is a thinker, indeed. Shutting it up. Austin, you may look.
All right.
Okay, I like from Anzeth in YouTube chat, advanced Scrabble tech, as in techniques.
Okay.
Advanced Scrabble techniques. Hannah says highway construction.
Okay.
I think that's not bad. And let's see, final one for you. I saw one that I liked back here. The science behind baking.
Okay.
From multi fishy cake.
All right. So, Scrabble.
Yeah, advanced Scrabble techniques, history of baking, and
the science of it wasn't science.
Yeah, science of baking. Sorry, science of baking, and heck, what was that other one I said? I hate how quickly.
It just goes out of my brain.
Let me scroll back and see what it was. Let's see, it was below here. Highway construction.
Highway construction. Okay, so.
Thank you, Hannah.
I hate highways, so it's definitely on the boring topic. I'm not biggest. I think like if you were to kind of get into it with Scrabble, I'd be like, oh, that's neat, and then I'd be like, okay, this is run its course after about the 5-minute mark if you're gonna get really into it. Baking, it's neat, but it's not like I'm not like crazy about baking. They don't call me Jimmy Baker.
I don't.
They don't.
Never heard anyone call him Jimmy Baker.
Highways are. I hate highways again.
Highway construction, advanced Scrabble techniques, science behind baking.
I don't think anyone's ever brought up like, oh, they're building a new lane on the highway. I'm like, yes. So like,
I love roads.
I love roads.
Car-centric infrastructure.
So I feel like science of baking might, because it's like I feel like that could be something neat to hear about. But I don't think that I'm like gonna say it's like that's neat. Scrabble, if someone like is getting that into Scrabble, I think I'd like to hear them just kind of go on a tangent. That'd be something.
Also, in TikTok chat, please do not leave any comments that indicates where Alston should move the dial. Strictly just say clues. So don't say stuff like, oh, it's to the right or to the left or middle. Please don't do those. It ruins the game.
I don't like highways. I like highway construction. That's just kind of maxed out because it's just like, oh, they're making a road. I guess it's interesting to see me get frustrated about highways, but
it is. Spawn some good rants.
Science of baking. I mean, it's neat. It's neat. You know.
Is this pre-recorded? Says the guy.
Yes.
Yes. We're good at guessing.
We're so good at guessing. We put in feelers to put in hints that we already said.
Yes.
You know what? I'm just gonna lock it in there.
Locked in right there. Boring topic, fascinating topic, advanced Scrabble tech, highway construction, and the science behind baking. Ooh, it's just a little bit more interesting. I guess highway construction was a little bit too biased. All right, I think that's a 2. Yeah. I'm comfortable calling that a 2. That is right. Yes.
It's something.
It is right on the edge, but we will call that a 2. If it is touching, then we count it. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, highway was getting me down there.
Yeah.
I don't like highways.
Not a big fan of highways.
So much construction. It's just like,
Well, we are down to the last card remaining of this round. As soon as we do this card and we are done, we'll be doing our own custom mini game, The Price is Wrong. Woo, it's a whole lot of fun. If you haven't played it before, it's quick to pick up on. All right, the card I'm going to do for you, or it's your turn to...
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do art?
No.
Okay. Do...
Yeah.
Okay. Lowbrow to highbrow. Do you want to define these for us real quick?
So lowbrow is like haha potty humor, and then highbrow is like some dorks with monocles watching the opera. So
makes you think.
Really makes you think. I'm spinning the board. Spinning the board. Opening the board. All right. Is that? Yeah. All right. We need that 4. We got lowbrow to highbrow. Remember, lowbrow was like haha potty humor, fart fart, and then highbrow was like, oh man, I'm watching the opera. So you can look now.
It can be like annoying orange to
skibbity toilet.
Yeah.
That's an actual hint.
Nosferatu. Okay, Skibbity Toilet, that's the lowest brow thing imaginable. That might actually be maxed
Sigma
out.
Rizzler.
Okay. This is fully maxed out. Rizzler maybe ticks me up a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah, the annoying orange Skibbity Toilet and Skibbity Rizzler, or Sigma Rizzler.
Sigma Rizzler, I'm gonna be ticked up just like this much. This is like saving room for the Rizzler space. But it's got to be maxed out. I'm so confident.
Saving room for the what?
Saving room for the Rizzler.
All right.
I'm locked in.
You're locked in?
Let's see it.
All right.
Low brow, high brow.
Who would have thunk it?
Oh, thank goodness I did not save any more space for the Rizzler. That would have pushed me off the 4. Wow. Completely maxed out low brow. Saving room for the Rizzler. Get that on a shirt.
Saving room for the Rizzler.
I don't know about that one. Well, we just scored a 4, which in this game mode is worth 3 points. It's only worth 3 because instead the benefit is we take another card and we add it to the stack. We would have been at 0 cards remaining, but we are now at 1. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? We're going on to our new last card, which I will be giving the hints for. I think I'm going to go with waste of time, good use of time.
I'll say it. That's a thinker.
It is. It is. Saving room for Jesus? No. Saving room for the Rizzler. Need at least 2 more 4s to beat 21. That's interesting. All right. Waste of time, good use of time. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This may be our last card before moving on to The Price is Wrong, our fun little mini game. Waste of time, good use of time. I to give Austin a hint that gets him to place the red dial right onto this blue 4.
Blue 4.
Okay. 15, not 14. No, Caitlin, it is supposed to be 14. 4s are only worth 3 points. So 14 is correct. Austin, you may look.
All right.
Okay. I saw one that I liked, but I'm gonna modify it a little bit. I'm gonna say, actually, I won't modify it. I'll just read how they put it. Minecraft.
Okay.
Is what they said.
All right.
Hayden says transit to work. That's an interesting one.
All right.
And, okay. Minecraft, transit to work, and you know what, Momo has a good one. Using the bathroom.
So, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I don't think I've ever sat down and been like, man, I'm really being productive on Minecraft. I've seen what some people make. It's not a good use of your time. But using the bathroom, believe it or not, is a pretty good use of your time. Because you might be like me in a few minutes where you tinkle yourself. So, and then transit to work, I mean, like, I don't, like, you're going to work. I think that's a good use of your time. Hello, other Austin. See, Minecraft.
Yes.
Why'd you put that in there?
Minecraft. I mean, you can consider all of them. Minecraft, using the bathroom, transit to work.
I'm gonna leave. I mean, it's transit to work. It might take a little longer, so it's might be a waste, but it's also like you're going to work. So I mean, it's like it's probably that's good. Minecraft.
If it impacts your placement, Jeremy says creeper. Oh man. Also, in YouTube or in TikTok chat, please do not give any hints that indicates where Austin should put the dial. Please do not leave comments saying things like to the left or to the right or put it in the center. It ruins the fun of the game. So please refrain from commenting those. I'm
gonna lock in there because going to the bathroom is a good use of your time, so you don't tinkle yourself. But it's also like you can just get a catheter. So yeah, I think we'll lock in there.
Alrighty, locked in. Good use of time, bad use of time. We had Minecraft, transit to work, and using the bathroom. It was in the middle. It was
What?
in the middle.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Go to the bathroom is not a good use of your time.
What I think it is, it's because it's a teeny tiny bit to the good use of time. I don't think about how it impacts my time.
I think about the fact that I'm going to the bathroom prevents me from having to change my pants.
Okay. I guess I don't consider that. I just think of it as, oh, this is time that is going to be spent regardless. Like there's no thought of, is this good, is this bad? You just do it, kind of thing.
I guess.
I have the same thought going to work, and
I get for going to work and using the bathroom. I can see how that'd be in the middle. I don't know why you gave me Minecraft.
Well, Minecraft, it's a waste of time. People put too much time into it, but it creates fun moments with friends. You know, people build communities and do a lot on it.
I do horrible things.
You can commit atrocities.
I mean,
War crimes.
I'm not gonna say I was 100% right. I can see how for some reason whenever like it's in the middle, like my brain is like it can't be in the middle. There's no way it's in the middle. So I overshoot it and I'm like, well, it has to be on one of the other side.
Middle is a incredibly hard placement to get.
Yeah.
Well, that means this round is coming to an end. It is time for me to pull out the official How to Play Wavelength rulebook and flip to the back where it gives us a chart telling us how we did based off our score of 14. We did not beat 21, but that is okay. 14 is still a fine score. And from the creators of Wavelength themselves, the message that they give us for scoring a 14 is all caps, so close.
So close.
So close. Wow. Yeah, we were pretty close. I think 16 is when we get the you win message. So we're one away from that. But that means it is time for me to put away the Wavelength board temporarily because we are doing The Price is Wrong. Woo! This is our own custom game that we do, very similar to The Price is Right. And how this is going to work is I'm going to show you a series of items that we found on Facebook Marketplace or various other items. And the job is simple. You're going to guess the price. I know the correct prices. I have a list of them in my phone. Alston does not know any of the prices. And I'm going to give you a range to work with. And the goal is to get to as close as possible. We are doing 3 rounds, and each time we take the difference in your guess and the actual score, and we'll write it up here. And when we're done, we tally them all up, and we see how we did.
Speaking of bathrooms.
Oh, okay. Yes. You can run and go do that.
Let a fella relieve himself.
Sounds good. I'll improv a little bit in the meantime as we lose Alston. I guess I'll update the scores for us. I'm gonna put our 14 down here just in case we come back to Wavelength afterwards. We'll see how I do drawing. I don't do these often, so I'll focus on making them thick, straight lines. Luckily, 14's pretty easy. 14's pretty easy to do. What do we think? Is that a fine 14? I think it's a fine 14. So, we are going to start. Our first card in The Price is Wrong, once Alston gets back, is going to be the Oscar Mayer Wiener Hot Dog Mobile Pedal Car Antique Vintage Serious Offers Only. I'm going to let you guys know that the range for all of these is going to be between $0 and $1,000. It's beautiful, Mark. Thank you. Slanted says mint. Tilt your head. So, I'm going to write on Alston's board what the range is. 0 to 1,000 US dollars, by the way, USD. And let's see, I'll write on my board, guess the price. I should pre-make these boards, but you know how it is. guess the price. Also, while Austin's coming back, I'll do a quick little tangent about, I mentioned this a few times already, but we tried to do this game yesterday, and one of our cards was bleep stained glass. It's being censored, chicken stained glass, if you will. And TikTok did not like it, and they shadow banned our stream, and our numbers were awful the entire night, and it was really, really bad. And we're like, okay, I guess we can't say bleep stained glass anymore. What happened to the other studio? We'll be returning there tomorrow. We're in between studios right now, so we're moving back and forth. Sometimes we'll be here, sometimes we'll be in the other one. If you want to see the other studio and play Codenames with us, check us out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Oh. Austin is back.
I'm scooching in.
I wrote on the back of your board what the range is that we're working with.
All right.
Everything here is going to be between $0 and $1,000. What is the bleep? It's like chicken is a word that comes to mind. Blank of the morning, you know, maybe rhymes with doc, like doctor, but is a little more uncouth than that. So, Austin, everything here is going to be between 0 and 1,000 USD. 6 p.m. what time zone? Great question. New York time.
New York.
New York time.
New York.
It is 10 p.m. London time. Our first item in the Price is Wrong is going to be Oscar Mayer Wiener Hot Dog Mobile Pedal Car Antique Vintage Serious Offers Only. Chat is allowed to help you.
Okay.
And you're trying to come up with what you think the price is. I'm going to write the correct answer on my board.
Yeah, erase that.
I messed up already. I messed up big time. How much would you pay for this, Austin?
I'd give them a lot of money. No, man, I don't know. This is tricky. I think it's close. So for this, it goes in any, like, this one can be like 600, and then the next one could be like.
It is in no particular order.
Okay, so no particular order. Okay, so I'm gonna say that it is a cool 675.
675.
675. Okay. I don't think they're demanding 1,000 for it, because it's got some scratches.
It does.
And it's a pedal car. But
hold up a little bit higher. 675. All right, locked in there. So when we tally these up, since the range is 0 to 1,000, when we tally them at the end, anything under 1,000 is a good score for the difference between what you guessed and the actual price. So the actual price for the Oscar Mayer Wiener Hot Dog Mobile Pedal Vintage Serious Offers Only, the actual price is $650. $650. Wow. I saw Jasa in YouTube chat guessed it exactly. I think a few people on TikTok did as well. Yeah, very nice. You are only $25 off from the actual score. Holy moly, indeed. Very nice. If you want, you can write up here for the topmost score, 25.
Where do you want me to put it?
Just at the top right here. 25. Amazing start, because the range is
and that's a good deal.
It is. It's a bit of a steal, I would say. All right, we are moving on to our second item in the Price is Wrong showcase, which is Brave Studio Foot Clogs. These are based off of the Incredible Hulk, believe it or not. So they come in box, they look pretty fresh. It is the Bravest Studio Foot Clogs.
They do go hard. Are they?
Also,
they look like they're foam, but like I feel like they're charging a lot for it.
anyone who's participating, feel free to keep track of your own score in your head or on paper. We are at 25 after round 1. I'm curious to see what you guys can get.
So,
size 10. Thank you, Hayden.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I was
sorry.
Man, see, if I knew the brand, I'd be like, that's probably expensive or cheap. But I'm gonna go, I'm seeing a range of 200, 250, 325, 295. You know, I'm gonna go with the classic, a little modified. I'm gonna do 2, and I'm putting 75 after it because that has never steered us wrong. And by never steered us wrong, I mean like the last one we got really lucky.
All right, hold up a little higher.
All right.
So they can see. Your guess for the Bravest Studio Incredible Hulk inspired foot clog, size 10, is $275.
Yes.
The actual answer, the real price, they can be yours today for a measly $200.
Oh wow, that's
Woo! Wow.
That's what you like to see.
So keep that one up there, and underneath of it, just write 75, because we're going to tally them all up at the end.
All right.
So 25, 75, wow.
All right.
You guys are at 100 right now, which is very nice, very nice.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it's a steal. I know a lot of our audience rushes to Facebook Marketplace when these are done to pick up these items.
Yeah.
Obviously. Well, there might be some competition for this one. This is a high demand item. Our third and final item for this game of Price is Wrong is O.J. Simpson watch. This could be anywhere between $0 and $1,000. The legendary, the Juice himself.
The juice is loose.
O.J. Simpson watch.
See, I might be overvaluing it, but I feel like since OJ is deceased and he did those things, I feel like it definitely would be pretty expensive. And is it a crank watch?
It has a little dial on the side.
That means nothing to me. I don't know. I asked.
Is he gone? Yes.
The juice is no longer loose. He's 6 feet under. Man, greatest running back.
It does not come with a glove.
Ah, man. I'm gonna say, yeah. Hopefully TikTok doesn't dislike OJ. Hopefully TikTok isn't run by the ghost of Norm Macdonald.
I don't think TikTok does ban for saying OJ because we've said it in many streams past.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's a cool $800.
If the watch fits.
If the watch fits, it goes hard, I would buy it. Maybe not for $800, but I think that if someone put it, I'd be like, that's fair.
What price would you buy it for?
I don't like spending money. If it was $75, I think that's my upper limit.
Okay. All right. Problem with the watch, it doesn't fit. $800 is the guess. The actual price of the O.J. Simpson watch on Facebook Marketplace is $300.
Ooh.
$300.
Ooh, that's not bad though.
Yeah, not bad. Isn't that kind of shocking though? $300 for the O.J. Simpson watch. So it's a collectible.
Cool $500.
Yeah. Well, tallying them all up, what I said at the beginning of the game was anything below the maximum value of the range, which is 1,000, is a good score. And tallying these all up, we were $25 off in the first round, $75 off in the second round, and $500 off in the last round. That brings the total to $600 that you are off by. 3 rounds could have been up to $1,000 off. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah, it's
not bad. Donna says my personal score was 474.
That's pretty
wow. Good. That is impressive.
I think Mint did exceptionally well. We got the last 2 right.
Oh, wow. Mint had the last 2 of them exact, says Board Goes. That is very impressive. And yes, we are at 136,000 likes on TikTok right now. If we somehow make it to 200,000, we do a second round of The Price is Wrong, where we have such items as potty that looks like a real one, the much desirable inflatable George W. Bush punching bags, and big ass chain. Big. So, well, it is 8 o'clock right now. Austin, do you want to do another round of Wavelength? How are you feeling?
I don't see why not.
Okay, all right. We can set these boards aside for now. Try to move this stuff out of the way for you. Ooh, scary. This board just floated in.
That's crazy.
It's like a ghost brought it. Cap this for now, just for safety. I'll give you these markers back.
Give me the eraser.
Ah, yes. Here you are. And we will be going for another round of Wavelength. Woo! Yahoo! I'm going to sleep. Much love. Streaming tomorrow. Yes, Paul, we'll be doing code names tomorrow in the other studio setup. 6 p.m. New York time, 10 p.m. London time. Ghost for a board? Preposterous. What sort of notion is this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Alrighty. Well, I believe I'm giving the clue first. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't care.
Wow, 140,000 likes on TikTok already. We might make it to that 200,000 tonight. That would be very impressive.
It's doable.
We'll have 2 rounds The Price is Wrong. Super fun. What would that be for Eastern time? Eastern time is New York time. So, for the most part, there's some nuance. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. New York. Alrighty. TikTok has much better camera quality for some reason, lol. That is interesting. I don't know why that'd be. Mixing up the board, the card is forbidden. To encourage, the 4 is not visible. I'm spinning again. There's a nuisance in their studio time. Alrighty, this 4 right here is what we are aiming for. The card is forbidden to encouraged. Alrighty, forbidden to encourage. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. I give Austin a clue. It's gonna put the red dial right onto this blue 4. When you doing code names again? Tomorrow at 6 p.m. New York time. That is 10 p.m. London time. Closing up the board. Austin, you may look.
TikTok's 1080, YouTube 720.
TikTok is 1080, YouTube is 720p, 720 pixels. So, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll have to figure. Okay. Oh, it's a limitation on YouTube. All right. What's Codenames? It is a very fun game that I don't have time to explain right now. Yeah, tune in tomorrow to find out. It's the best I can say. Let's see. But for Forbidden to Encourage, I do like Sasha Gord's hint of eating lunch. Okay. Also, welcome back, Sasha Gord. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. Forbidden to Encouraged. I saw Chell say daily walk. Okay. Okay. And, ooh, this is a good one. Savannah says going to the chiropractor. So eating lunch, daily walk, going to the chiropractor.
So, I'm getting a beam in from my head from a ghost to say daily walks go hard. So, I don't think anyone's being like, don't go on a walk. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you if you go on a walk.
Well, I mean, some serial killers.
Oh yeah.
That's their MO.
Fair enough.
They get you if you go on a walk.
Having lunch, I think most people are like, hey, you should probably eat. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone's being like, don't you dare eat lunch. Unless it's Ramadan.
You gotta consider that.
Yeah. What was the third one?
Going to the chiropractor.
Going to the chiropractor. That's good. But I don't think everyone's like been like, oh, you got to go to the chiropractor. You have to go right now. You know, it's like people are like, if you have a bad back, they're like, you should go to the chiropractor. But I think that's like specifically the kind of it's like specific for that. For eating lunch, I think you should probably do that daily. I think most people are encouraging you to do that daily. And then daily walks, I do like a walking.
Have you ever skipped lunch?
Yes, a lot. I skipped lunch today.
Oh.
So I guess I'm a bit of a bad boy.
Okay, all right. Are you locked in right there?
I hate this game. I'm gonna lock in because like you should be eating lunch. I think most people encourage you to have 3 square meals a day. Going to the chiropractor, that's good for your back, and then daily walks that get your cardio.
When the other studio is more set up, we need to have you back to do Codename specifically.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Forbidden to encourage daily walks, eating lunch, going to the chiropractor. Yeah, so the thing about chiropractors is it's kind of considered a little bit of a junk science. To some people. There's some benefits or some not. Most people consider it a very temporary solution. Eating lunch, I understand your placement.
I was more so going off of eating lunch and daily walk.
Okay, daily walk was a bad hint on my end. That did push it too far. Eating lunch is just one of those things I don't really think much about. I'm like, oh, happens or it doesn't. Well, I like to snack, so sometimes I don't notice.
It's like I don't know, because lunch is like people are like eat your food.
That's what they say to me every lunch.
Yeah, eat your food.
Alrighty, it's now Alston's turn to give a hint. We are down to 6 cards remaining in this round of cooperative wavelength. People tell you to eat breakfast more than lunch. That's an interesting point.
Do they? I guess, I don't know.
How do you feel about quiet to loud?
Sure.
Alrighty, our card is quiet to loud. 50k more likes for another bonus minigame, guys. Yes,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you, Aiden. Yes, I'm looking forward to round 2. It'll be quite fun.
I joined.
Yo, holy moly!
It disappeared immediately.
Is this not pre-recorded? No, this is pre-recorded. We're just really good at guessing what you're about to say.
Spinning the board. Spinning the board. All right. This is the blue 4 we're looking for. We gotta get to that blue 4. Goes from quiet to loud. I think we can do it. I think we can actually get a point this game.
That's the goal. That's the objective. Are you close?
Yeah, we're
okay,
close.
Right.
Yeah, you kind of assumed.
Well, no, I lifted my hand, but my eyes were still shut.
Okay.
You can roll back the tape and see.
I like this one. This is kind of nebulous. Beach in winter.
Ooh, beach in winter. Okay. That's quiet, but there's still the sound of the waves, right? There's the soothing sound of waves. Maybe there's still some city in the background.
White noise machine.
Okay, once again, could that be in the middle? Because that is loud, but I mean it's quieting. It makes the room quieter. This still has me at about here-ish. White noise machine and beach in winter.
And I'll say, because I've seen it a couple times, cat.
Cat. Okay, so cats are notably quiet. They're sneaky little buggers. But with that being said, I don't know if you experience this with your cats. My cats will adamantly, in the middle of the night, if they're hungry, start clawing at my door and meowing.
Yeah, Pesto will just kind of meow really loud. He'll just like be like, he'll walk around just like screaming.
My cat has no concept that I can hear her if she can't see me. So if we're separated by a door, she will never meow.
Yeah.
But once I open it, it's meow, meow. But I think my cat's just a little silly. So I think it's kind of in the middle between dead center and to the quiet side. Cats are notably sneaky, but I'll take it up a teeny tiny bit more just to account for how annoying my cats can be.
Okay.
This could be dead center, but I'm happy right here. I'm gonna lock it.
You're happy right there? I think I might be happy right there.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember.
Yo! Let's go! That is a 4.
That's a solid 4.
Awesome hints.
Now time to write a 3, and then Mark can explain so nobody else can be like, that's a 4. Actually.
Okay, the board says 4, but Alston is correctly writing 3. A 4 is only worth 3 points in this game mode, because instead, the benefit is we take a card and we add it to the stack. We would have been at 5 cards remaining, but we're instead at 6 cards remaining, because we scored a 4, which is worth 3 points. Why is he writing a 3? I'm flipping this table.
I'm burning the board.
I'm burning the board. We're done. Back it up. Okay. So I gave the clue. Now you are giving. Wait, no. Sorry, I'm giving a clue. You're setting the dial. How about?
Yes.
4 kids, 4 adults. This is a fun one. 4 kids, 4 adults. Yo, Sasha Gord sent 10 goats. Thank you very much, Sasha Gord. Appreciate that.
Oh my god, Brett and Bink, still alive.
Brett and Bink indeed. Yes, Timu, Rhett, and Link. Mixing up the board now. The card is 4 kids, 4 adults. Yo, Ando sent a heart puff. Thank you very much, Ando. Really appreciate all the support tonight, guys. It does help keep the stream going, keeps the lights on in the studio. And yes, you all are the reason that we do this. The card is 4 kids, 4 adults. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. We need to give Alston a hint that gets him to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. Okay, alright. And down, closing up the board. Alston, you may look. Tabitha has a great one already. Tabitha says weddings.
Okay.
Weddings is a good one. I saw somebody say coffee, and I saw Kelsey Weasel say sweetened coffee. So
okay.
You can consider both of those.
Okay.
And last one I'll give you. This is clever. Walking alone. Alexa says walking alone in the afternoon. Lindsay says walking alone.
Okay. So, walking alone. Definitely for kids. No.
Jeremy says a job in the mines. No.
I think walking alone in the afternoon is definitely an adult thing.
Then weddings.
Weddings.
Coffee.
I know kids can go to weddings, but they shouldn't be there. And I think it's more so for adults. So I think it's definitely up there. And then there's walking alone.
Weddings, walking alone in the afternoon, coffee.
Coffee. Kids shouldn't be having coffee. Kids can have coffee, but they shouldn't be having coffee. So I think it's more.
Professor Alston.
I don't.
Thinking this through. Are teens considered kids?
A thinker.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't think so. This is based on the fact that I don't think kids should be at weddings because I don't like kids. Kids shouldn't have coffee because I don't like kids. Kids shouldn't be walking alone because I just don't want to see them around. That's for me to do, walking around by myself in the afternoon. So I'm going to take it up a little more because again, I think, and weddings are more for adults.
Kids shouldn't be outside because I don't want to see them.
Yeah, Hayden, I agree. I think they should be locked inside. So,
Smoky Pig Game says this is pre-recorded. They weren't even asking; they were making a statement.
Okay, fair enough.
And I agree. All right, so starting from the top: coffee, weddings, walking alone in the afternoon. Is that your placement?
Sure, why not?
All right. Oh wow, never mind, my bad. All good. All good. Alrighty, 4 kids, 4 adults, let's see it. Ah, you were very close. You talked yourself out of it.
I did. I got to smooth my brain out.
Yeah. If we give these practical, like, situations, and I agree for most of these, like, you shouldn't have kids doing pretty much any of them. But, you know, my logic of having it up here is, well, kids can go to a wedding.
Kids can go to a wedding, but I guess it's, yeah, the kid slander ruined it.
Yeah.
This was a bad card because I'm very opinionated. I don't like kids.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, that means we are down to 5 cards remaining in this game of Cooperative Wavelength. It's now Austin's turn to give a clue. This one seems up your alley.
Sure, yeah.
Historically important, historically unimportant is going to be our next card. We are still at 3. All we have to do is beat 15.
All right, spinning the boards, mixing up the boards. All right, we're trying to get that there blue 4. It's historically important, historically unimportant. Can we do it? I think we can. And Mark is the only one who's allowed to get points this game, it seems. So
call me Jimmy Points.
Call you Jimmy Points. Okay, you can look now.
Okay. It's glimpsing some interesting ones already. Also, I'm going to say real quick, if you're watching on TikTok, if you enjoy what we're doing and you'd like to see more, please consider giving us a follow. It really does help out the channel. Trying very hard to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok, so.
Second dog in space.
Oh, so not Lakia or Lakia, whatever her name was.
Laika.
Laika. Okay, not Laika. I mean, the second dog in space is still historically important.
I saw this a couple times. Harambe.
Oh, come on. You can't hit me with Harambe. Okay, that's important. It's important, but only in meme culture. It didn't really impact any legislation or society, and it could be excluded from history books and no one would notice.
Never mind.
Maybe it's...
I don't know if they meant that. Keep pondering.
Sorry, I saw Dr. Facilier says that one fateful morning.
I'm not using that.
I know. I'm not going to consider it. Okay. Harambe, I can't in good faith put Harambe on the historically unimportant side, but the second dog in space could have been any dog. There are no poems written about the second dog in space, unfortunately. If you haven't read those poems about the first dog in space, so look them up. They're really sad and really good. I'm trying to remember how the one ends. It's like heart-wrenching. It's like it's the last commands that they gave to Laika before sending her off into space. Are the last words of the poem. It's Laika come, Laika stay, good girl Laika. And then I forget the last line. And it's really sad, because then they killed that dog by shooting it into space. She happened to be the friendliest stray dog that they had. It was a stray, but a particularly friendly one, and right before launching her into space, the scientists took her home to play with their kids for one night. But yeah, the second dog, no one knows anything about it. I mean, I was gonna say middle, whatever, it's in the middle. A little bit towards important. I'm good to just lock in with 2 clues.
Locked in with 2 clues?
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing anything that was jumping out at me. Are you ready?
Yes. Whoa! Really? Harambe?
Yeah, Harambe was fucking stupid.
Oh no! Sorry,
And the second dog, you don't even know the name of the second dog.
Yeah, but it was still...
You barely know the name of the first dog, but I mean, like...
It was still important.
It's still important, but you don't even know the name of the dog.
Yeah. Patron saint of one-way trips. Yeah. I know. I know. It's a sad fucking story. Wow, no points scored. We are down to 4 cards remaining in this game of Cooperative Wavelength. Oh, perfect. I was just talking about Laika the whole time. We're going to do dog name, cat name. Oh, boy.
Nothing.
Gotta say, Harambe ruined it. I could have been smarter about my placement. Harambe's not real history. It's meme history.
Grand scheme of things.
The dogs were Belka and Strelka. Oh, thank you, Jenna. Several zoos had to improve their security as well. Alrighty, dog name, cat name. This is what we are working with. This 4 right here is the target. Are most names good for both? Well, you know, you can consider that. But this 4 is what we're aiming for. Oh, we got a bunch coming in. I am closing it up. Austin, you may look.
All right.
I saw some great ones. I saw Spot.
Okay.
I saw Fido.
Okay.
And I see Airbud.
All right, Airbud.
Airbud.
All right, so believe it or not, I've never heard a cat called Airbud, nor have I heard a cat called Fido. Spot is a maybe for calling a cat Spot, but Fido and Airbud, that's a certified dog name. I might leave room for the bud, or not for the bud, for the Spot, but
a little room for Spot, a little room for Fido.
I think Fido is like the dog name. Airbud, that's a
famous dog name, really.
Famous dog Airbud. I can't believe they blew that dog up at the end of Airbud.
It was really sad when they blew her up at the end.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, dog name, cat name. We are locked in right here. Let's see it. That's a 4. That's a 4. No questions.
We needed a softball.
Why do they send Airbud to space? Yeah, Airbud was the second dog they sent to space. I forgot about that. Well, in this game, a 4 is only worth 3 points. So this 6 is correct. Not supposed to be 7, it is 6. 4 is worth 3. Because instead, the benefit is, we take another card, we add it to the stack, and it extends the game, giving us more opportunities to score. We are at 4 cards remaining. Don't forget, as kids, the Space Buddies. Wow.
Yeah, rip Airbud. Can't believe they blew them up.
All right, it is now Austin's turn to give the clues. You wanna run this one?
No.
No? Okay, all right, let's give you a different one. It's a creative one.
Sure.
Okay, all right. This one's a super thinker, if you will.
It's a bit of a thinker.
The custom card would not gamble with the devil, would gamble with the devil. Fictional characters typically are best for this. I'm closing up my eyes.
I'm spinning the board. All right. I'm opening the board. You better not be looking. All right. Here is the board. We're trying to get that blue 4. Would not gamble with the devil. Would gamble with the devil. I believe in you. I'm closing the board. Mark, you can look.
So I looked up because it was bothering me. The last words of the poem are Leica in, Leica lay, good girl Leica, wait, stay. I know, real sad tearjerker. I'm seeing some interesting ones coming in here.
Dora.
Dora? Okay. I mean, she'd gamble with the devil and win. That's the thing. She would get the audience to help her. Be like, do you see the way to beat the devil? And we'd like click on his weakness. I don't know. Dora's pure-hearted. She's not going to do that.
Ned Flanders.
Oh, Ned Flanders is the devil in some iterations of Treehouse of Horrors. I would say that's definitely on the not side, though. Could this be in the middle? Is this possible to be what did I say for middle? Okay, all right. I'm gonna keep pondering. You can give me another one. I'm avoiding looking at chat.
I'm gonna do a kind of a twofer. I'm gonna say Mother Teresa / nun.
Okay. Maybe this is maxed out would not gamble with the devil. I could see the argument for this being in the middle because nuns are like the ones who would like outsmart the devil in most media. They would beat the devil at their own game. Same with Dora and Ned Flanders. Well, no, Ned Flanders just is the devil. I'm gonna say this is probably maxed out. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room for Dora because, dude, her and Diego, they're beating the devil's ass.
That's fair.
I'm telling you that much.
But would they even engage with the devil?
Probably not. Probably not. Unless he stole their map. Okay, these are Christian, good-doing characters. I think this is going to be very close to maxed out. I'm leaving a little bit of space because I think Dora would consider it. I'm going to lock in right here.
All right. You ready?
Yes. Ooh, let's go. In fact, I had to save more space for Dora, but that is a 3. Very nice.
I forgot how close it was. I was going to be a little annoyed. All right, that's a 3 though.
That is a 3, and we're down to space for the Rizzler.
Yeah, you should have left space for the Rizzler.
What's this game called again? It is called Wavelength. It is my turn to get the clues this time.
That's right.
Yes, yes. Alrighty, the card is won't live to be 100, will live to be 100. I'm mixing with the board now. Also, we are 20,000 likes away from being able to play our second round of The Price is Wrong. Woo! So if you'd like to play that before stream ends, please hit the like button on TikTok. Stream struggled. Yeah, OBS disconnected in a moment. It's back now. Alrighty. Ooh, fancy effects. Yes. Yes, we try here. The card is won't live to be 100, will live to be 100. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. Will live to be 100, won't live to be 100. This is a thinker. This is very much a thinker, I'd say. Okay, all right. We got some good ones coming in. Alrighty. I am setting it down, closing up the board. Austin, you may look. I'd like Kiwi's hint of people who drink coffee every day.
Okay.
Let's see, we got some other ones coming in. Hayden says Prince Philip. I think that's not bad.
Okay.
So someone who drinks coffee every day, Prince Philip, and let's see, final one from Brady in YouTube chat. I think Oprah is fine.
Okay. So, Prince Philip did not live to be 100. Prince Philip is dead. And I don't think he reached 100. I think he was very close. Was he? How old was he? 94? 200? I don't know. That's the real question is, how old was he actually?
Lisa Star says 99. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know either. Someone who drinks coffee every day.
Brady says, I love attention. Fair.
At some point, that will catch up to you. So I'm not gonna say that they're like. I'm not gonna say that they're like definitely doomed. They're going to hell. But
Someone who drinks coffee every day. Done.
So it was Prince Philip.
Oprah. Prince Philip. Someone who drinks coffee every day.
I don't want to say anything bad about my queen Oprah, but like, I don't think she's. I think she's gonna get close, but I don't think she's getting to 100. So I think it's definitely slightly to the won't live to 100.
Okay, are you locked in right there?
Why not?
Won't live to be 100. Will live to be 100. We had Oprah. We had Prince Philip, and someone who drinks coffee every day. Let's see it.
Good thing I knew that Prince Philip was a ghoul by the way.
Yes, Prince Philip was indeed a ghoul, and that is a 4. Very nice. This is a tough card and a tough placement, but you got there. So a 4 in this game is not worth 4 points. It is worth 3. So it is correct that Austin's writing 12. Okay, the benefit, instead of being worth 4 points, is we take another card, we add it to the stack. We would have been at 2 cards remaining. We are instead at 3. Ain't that nifty? Y'all crushing it with the 4s tonight. Yeah, we're at, wow, 9 or 8 4s.
Yeah, that's
wow. We got, what, 2 last game? It's going to be your turn. We've done some of these before. Not art to art. Do you like that one?
No.
Okay. Generate another one. Round animal, pointy animal.
One more.
One more? You did that one already?
I think we did that one.
I think we did that one too. This one?
One more. Oh, come on.
I'll do it.
All
Sorry.
right.
You gave me a look that I thought was like, okay.
It was a look because it'd be funny.
Okay, all right. We'll run with it then. Let's see. Uncheck this. It is going to be ugly man, beautiful man.
All right.
We don't run this card often.
This is a value judgment. Will they? Come on. All right. I'm opening the board. We gotta get this here for.
I'm so scared of this card. I'm so nervous right now.
This could be really mean. All right. I'm putting the board down. We gotta get that blue 4. It's ugly man to beautiful man. I'm closing the board. All right. You can look now.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm seeing some interesting ones.
I'll just say it because everyone's saying it. Austin, me.
Austin, you're a beautiful man. I maxed out.
Jim Hanks.
Jim Hanks. Oh, Jim Hanks is stunning. Do you know his brother does acting?
What?
I know, multi-talented family. Is this going to be maxed out? I have Jim Hanks and Austin, and I saw somebody say Ned Flanders. I shouldn't consider that hint because Austin didn't read it, but you know. Jimmy board game. It would be mean to like tick it up at all because I'm talking about you, right?
I'll say Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Okay, that's Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Hanks that much, but Jim Hanks.
But we're not thinking about Tom Hanks. We're thinking about Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. He has a beautiful soul. Forrest Gump does. So this is going to be ticked up just a little bit, just a little teeny tiny bit. But Austin and Jim Hanks are very, very beautiful. Mr. Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. All right. I'm going to lock in right here. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to lock in.
Yeah.
I don't think it's maxed out. I do not think Forrest Gump is a maxed out answer.
Okay.
But, you know, I think you and Jim Hanks are very beautiful people.
Well, chat was being very mean to me.
Oh, no, chat.
Come on, guys.
After half the comments about how nice your mustache is, they're going to say you for this placement. You know, this is on chat. You guys deserve to miss the points here.
Who's White Boy Carl?
Yo, dude, White Boy Carl maxed out beautiful, whoever that is. Off topic, but I sent 444 likes. Wow, thank you, Gabby Perry. Appreciate that.
I'll forgive you for now, Hayden. For now. That was messed up.
We're at 195 likes on TikTok, just 5,000 more, and we'll be able to play our second round of The Price is Wrong. Woo! It's like The Price is Right, but it's our own version. We use crappy Facebook Marketplace postings like big ass chain, big, or inflatable George Bush punching bag. I gotta get me one of those. Hopefully it's affordable. Well, let's see. It is now, yes, my turn to give the hints.
Yeah.
How about out of control, in control?
Hold on. We're real close.
We're real close. Well, if we hit it, we will do it the moment we finish this game, okay?
And we hit it.
Yo, we hit it! Holy moly!
That's what you like to see.
Thank you so much. And also, big thanks to everyone in YouTube chat who's been liking the video as well. It really does help. We really appreciate it. Holy moly! 31 likes on YouTube. Wow. Thank you, YouTube. Mixing up the board. We will be doing the mini game right after this game of Wavelength. 2 cards left. Out of control, in control. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 right here is what we're aiming for. The card is out of control, in control. What's the YouTube channel name? Can't find it when typing board games. We are the Boardgamers Live. Boardgamers Live. Did you beat 42 yet? No, Coopster, we did
No.
not. No.
At logo.
Use the @ logo when searching. Or I think it's linked in our bio on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Out of control, in control. Okay. All right. Setting it down, closing the board. Austin, you may look.
All right.
Let's see. Out of control, in control. I think I like Megan M's of bedhead with a silk pillowcase. I saw someone else say your hair after you wake up.
Okay.
They're specifying silk pillowcase.
Okay.
Out of control, in control. Ooh, this is a creative one in YouTube chat. Eating a pufferfish.
Okay.
I don't know if you know anything about that.
Nope.
Okay, all right, we'll ignore that one then. Friend of Yeshua in YouTube chat says, looking to the side while driving, so rubbernecking.
Okay.
Rubbernecking, bedhead with a silk pillowcase, and last one, the parents in Malcolm in the Middle.
They're not. They're kind of crazy. So bedhead. So I saw bedhead and then bedhead with a silk pillowcase. If it was normal bedhead, it'd be farther down, but I think that with the silk pillowcase, it's not as bad.
Yo, Tedo sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Tedo. Really appreciate that.
Eating a pufferfish, I assume that you probably lose control of your faculties. So I'm gonna definitely put it on the on that side, and then rubbernecking. You can come back from it, but I think that it's like you're not really in control there. Was there another one?
I technically read the parents from Malcolm in the Middle, but
Oh.
that's just because I was ignoring the pufferfish one because I didn't know anything
Okay.
about it. But you can choose which one of those you want to consider. And Kiwi, thank you for the rose.
I think the parents is I think I'm gonna lock in there. I think the parents are kind of out of control, but they've got a grip sometimes. And then
Yo, Ida Strand sent a heart me, Coopster sent a heart me, and
Nice.
Tedo sent 2 roses. Holy moly, thank you all. You're getting more holy molies out of me. Okay.
holy moly.
Are you locked in?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Right there. Alrighty. Let's see it. Out of control, in control.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That's definitely more in control. I goofed.
Yeah, that's a miss. There is white peeking through there. Well, let's see. Yeah, there's some white peeking through. That is going to be a miss, unfortunately. Mark, your shirt is fire. Mark was out-shirted tonight. Yeah, so we were talking about this before stream started. I chose one of the more complicated pattern shirts that I own because people critiqued my maroon one last night. And then Austin showed up in this with hot sauces, peppers, ketchup bottle, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I was one-upped completely.
You gotta get a Dan Flash's shirt.
I gotta go to Dan Flash.
You gotta go to Dan Flash's.
Well, that is going to be a miss. Yeah, the thing about pufferfish, if I'm not mistaken, is they have to be prepared by like an expert because there's poison sacs in pufferfishes that are very easy to miss. So if you have like a full Michelin star chef, you're probably in control and safe when eating a pufferfish. But anywhere sketchy, you might be getting poisoned.
Okay.
So that was the logic. It is Austin's turn to give a clue. How do you feel about this one? Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Last card remaining in this round before we move on to our second round of Price is Wrong. We're doing flavorless to flavorful. Friend of Yeshua says, yeah, your shirts are entertaining. Thank you, friend of Yeshua. Appreciate that.
Spinning the board. The board is being spun. All right. Okay. This is what we're looking for. The blue 4. We gotta get that blue 4. Flavorless to flavorful. Can we do it? I believe in us. I think we can get at least 20.
All right.
At least 20.
At least 20. All right. It's closed. All right.
Yo, Idastrand's into Rose and 3 Heart Puffs. Thank you, Idastrand.
All right. I'm seeing something come in. I'm gonna say popcorn.
Okay.
Oats.
Oats. Ooh. So popcorn has me in the middle because they got some flavor on those things. But maybe if it's unflavored popcorn, like just bare, that's gonna be pretty flavorless. Oats are another thing that on their own, relatively flavorless, but I chock them full of flavor when I eat my oatmeal. In fact, I have some oatmeal in the fridge with a lot of flavor in it. Put chocolate and almond butter on mine, like chocolate chips. It's very good. But yeah, that's tricky because it's something you always add flavor to, but on their own, that would be down here.
And then I'll say soda water with lime.
No.
And or water with lime.
I'm a big fan of soda water with lime. I partake in time for time with a lime flavored soda water. So it's not going to be absolutely flavorless because then you just wouldn't add the lime. You'd say water. So the lime is pushing me up to here. I think oats and popcorn are both very flavorless on their own, which is hence why you always get them with flavors. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more towards flavorless, but yeah, I'm happy right here. I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
I'm locked in. Oh no, I'm nervous now. I'm scared. Oh no! No, my last movement moved it off. Wait, is that touching? Is it touching?
That's a 2.
That's a 2!
That's a 2. We at least get a 2.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we did it. It is a 2. It was the lime. I should have pictured.
It was the lime.
I should have pictured a lot of lime. That's what I should have done.
At least 3 lime.
3 limes in the soda water. Well, that brings the final score to 14. I think this is the first time ever that we've tied the round of the previous game. That's
not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Well, not sure if it's Austin's wild shirt throwing me off, but Mark's shirt not too bad tonight. You know, Lisa the Star, that means a lot coming from you. Notable hater of everything I wear, Lisa Star. Well, it is time to pull out the official How to Play Wavelength rulebook. Go to the chart in the back and see how we did. The astute among you may know the message we're about to get because we got it about half an hour ago. But from the creators of Wavelength themselves, the message that we get for scoring a 14 is, all caps, so close.
Well, at least I don't have to erase the let's beat thing.
Yeah, looking on the positive side. Well, we are not done just yet. Hey, Board Ghost, are you busy? Could you take care of a certain yappy pug? Thank you. Oh, we are moving on to The Price is Wrong! Woo! This is a big thank you that we are doing to celebrate you all getting us to 200,000 likes on TikTok. We're at 207,000 right now, which is absolutely wild. Thank you so much for the support.
That's what you like to see.
Aurora sent a goat as well. Thank you. This is our second round of The Price is Wrong. Pulling out my phone with all of the answers. Austin, so what this is going to be, I'm going to take this little eraser, and before the range, the last round the range was 0 to 1,000 USD. For this round, the range is going to be 0 to 100 USD.
We're getting some bargains.
Everything listed here is going to be between 0 and $100. Can I pet the dog? Maybe. Yo, Isla sent a heart me, and Coopster sent, what is it, 100 roses? Holy moly. Oh, it's still ticking up. It's not 100. It's more than that. Thank you so much, Coopster. I'll read the number once it's done. But the first round of The Price is Wrong, Game 2 is going to be potty that looks like a real one, even has flushing sounds, never used. I was talking with Board Ghost about this before stream. I think that is a load-bearing, never used. I would not like to see what happens in a used one of these potty that looks like a real one.
Thank you, Boss Little Dave, for the mustache compliment. Man.
Writing down the actual answer onto my board.
I definitely think it's in the range of 30 to 40.
This is US dollars. Everything's going to be between $0 and $100, or between 0 and 77 euros. Is that the euro? Or 77 pounds and 91 euros.
Right down. 0 to 100.
Can you float the board away and do that? Yo, Coopster sent 215 roses. Thank you so much, Coopster.
We lost our board. I'm gonna lock in with a crisp $30.
$30 is the price for a potty. Whoa, we got hats on our head.
Yo, we're cowboys.
Coopster sent a hat and mustache. Thank you, Coopster.
Thank you, Coopster.
It only looked like you got a hat, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your facial hair didn't change. All right, Alston's guess for a potty that looks like a real one, even has flushing sounds, never used.
Never used.
Yo, Coopster sent a second hat and mustache. Thank you so much. The actual price of the never used potty that looks like a real one is $15. Very nice. That is very close. Very close.
Not the worst.
Not the worst at all. That means Board Ghost wrote the conversions where we're gonna put the score. So I guess you can put the scores like right here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You put the score there.
Yes.
There's a score in this game too. I forgot.
All right. That's fine.
So the difference is 15. Nice start. And now we are going to move on. Did anyone get it exactly? I missed something.
I think someone said 15.
Okay. Big congrats to anyone who said 15. Feel free to play along in your own head, write down your scores. You're tallying up the total differences at the end. Round 2. Inflatable George W. Bush punching bag.
Now, is it just the one? That's gonna really impact mine.
I believe it is just one, if I'm not mistaken. It does not say bags plural.
They could have a lot and be like, hey, I've got one per for sale. So, that's a vintage item. I would like to punch George Bush.
Between 0 and 100. How much would you pay to punch George Bush?
Like I said, I don't like spending money, so I probably wouldn't spend a lot. I'm gonna go with a crisp $20 bill.
Crisp 20 is how much you think you can get. Inflatable George W. Bush punching bag.
Yeah.
Well, Austin, I think you'll be happy to hear that the actual price is 0.
What?
It is free. It is free on Facebook Marketplace. Pick it up and it is yours. They're giving them away. How TF? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. But the actual listing is free. So, if anyone's interested, gotta install Facebook right now. That blew out my score, lol. Yeah, there's tricky ones from time to time.
So now,
Oh, no.
it's gone. It's gone.
Scary. Yes, I mean, I kind of understand it. If you have a certain passion in your heart, you want people to have these. You want the public to have access. Literally priceless.
No low balls. I know what I got.
Absolutely no low balls. Also, Coopster showing off the Meep little logo next to their name for being a subscriber on TikTok. As you know, Austin, our logo is a red pawn.
Yeah.
Now, they don't have a red pawn emoji, so the next best thing is we gave our subscribers a red prawn. So that is what's next to everyone's name there, in case you're wondering.
I didn't notice that until now.
Yes, meep meep, says Ans. Yes, they are our meeple. We are down to our final round of game 2 of Price is Wrong. We had 15 in the first round, 20 in the second round. The second round is a bit of a trick. So now we're gonna go back to basics. 22 foot.
Oh, 22 foot.
Big ass chain. Big. All caps. You gotta add sub emotes. Coopster, we are working on it. Yes. That might be a weekend thing that I do.
That's a big ass chain.
That is a big ass chain. Can be anywhere from $0 to $100. So a chain for a donkey or a backside. I did read the description. They said I think it came with their bulldozer, but they never had a use for it.
Okay. I don't think it's cheap. That's a big ass chain. That's 22 feet. If it comes with a bulldozer, it's probably a good material. I've seen it a couple times, and I will go with it because I think it's on the right track. I'm gonna go with a crisp 80.
80?
80.
I would like to point out, this is a very rusted chain we see here. You can see from the timestamp on the camera, it was in this condition in 2008.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So this is what it looked like in 2008.
Dude, this is might be a pre-recession chain.
Pre-recession, big-ass chain. Your guess is $80. The actual price for the 22-foot big-ass chain big is $100.
Oh, that's what you like to see.
100. It was both ends of the scale tonight. So yeah, not bad. Meaning our round 3 comes to 20. So adding them all up, as I said in the first round we did, any score that is below the maximum range that we're working with is a good score. So anything under 100 is good. Adding these up, 15 in the first round, 20 in the second round, 20 in the third round, what that comes to is 55.
That's not bad.
Not bad
Could
at
be better,
all.
but it's not bad.
Not bad at all. Well, I'm going to erase this. Well, I think that is just about all that we have for the Price is Wrong. Is what I would be saying if I was a yellow-bellied coward. I am not, you see. I do not let the man tick me down. I told you all we were shadow banned last time because of a certain Price is Wrong contender, but I am not backing down. I am not going to let TikTok tell me what items we can and can't do. I'm moving this out of the way because I'm building up the hype. We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing this. Cockstained Glass is back. How you gonna shadow ban us? It's at the end of stream. We're ending. You can't shadow ban us. You can't do it.
It's the franchise where I'm shining now.
Yes. Woo!
What's the range?
Let's go. Oh golly, I don't even know.
God damn it.
I don't even know. Let me look it up. Okay. We're playing with the same range. 0 to 100. 0 to 100 is the range that we are working with. Cock-stained glass. Same range that we were just playing with.
Come on, give me a good one. That's it. Fuck it. We're getting maxed out. $100.
$100 for cock-stained glass.
Handmade cock-stained glass.
This is how many concurrent viewers this card cost us last stream.
100.
The actual price for cock-stained glass is 100! Yeah!
That's what you like to see.
Let's go. Megan sent a heart me. Thank you so much. Woo! Hell yeah, brother. Exact placement. Lisa the Star sent a heart me. We don't back down. We don't yield to the powers that be. Oh my goodness. Great stream, guys. Thank you, Hayden. I know what I've got.
I know what I got.
I know what I've got.
Cock stained glass.
Cock stained glass. What a card. Well, now that we are officially shadow banned from TikTok, that is all we have for you tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who came out, everyone who participated, and I'm so glad that you all got to see Cock stained glass. Well, that is all we have for you. Yo, Dana subscribed for the first time. Thank you so much. You have officially became a meep. You have the red prawn next to your name, just like our logo, the red pawn. Kelsey Weasel sent 10 chilies. Holy moly. Thank you all so much. Can't top that Irish goodbye us.
It's not about the viewers. It's about sending a message.
It's about sending a message. Goodbye.
Watch out for ghouls. Bye.
Still live on YouTube. Still live.